there again.
What is going on, everybody? It is time. Let me cut the music. Cut the damn music. It is 9 o'clock. It is Saturday night. It is the Atomic Drop Podcast. You already know. My name is Paul Spencer. I'm your host tonight. Guys, tonight I have an excellent show with me. I have my co-host, the showstopper, my little brother, Mr. Dave Yarnow. Davey, what's going on?
What's up, everybody? What's going on? Welcome back to the Atomic Drop Podcast. I am with my man, Louisiana Larry.
Oh, man. Louisiana Larry. Oh, man. You already know it's your boy from the Part-Time Marks, BL Black Lightning. And we're here with the honorary. I get to introduce tonight the honorary Part-Time Mark. Finally getting to join us tonight. My boy, Josh. Good to see you, Josh. Introduce yourself, man.
Hey guys, I'm Josh. Nice to be with you.
That's it, Josh. Come on, man. This is the Atomic Drop.
Let's Joltin' Josh, baby. Let's go.
You got to bring a better promo than that, brother. Come
That's
on,
all right.
man.
I got some. I'm always cooking some stuff up, so we'll get to it here.
All right,
Josh is cooking, baby.
Well, guys, listen. Hey, it's the Atomic Drop. We got some great fellas here with us. Honorary Oos to the Part-Time Marks. Josh there. So, welcome, Josh. Welcome to the family. Of course, welcome to the Out of the Box family. Of course, welcome to the Atomic Drop family first and foremost. But
Glad to be here.
let's talk about SmackDown last night, boys. Larry, I know you guys cover NXT. Pretty much Raw. So let's kick it off with some SmackDown talk. Opening match. Not the yeet. The no yeet. At least when you get 15 minutes of, the yeet. We got the no yeet. But let's talk about Jimmy Uso versus Drew McIntyre. Larry, I'll kick off with you first. What do you want to talk about here?
Yes. My boy Jimmy gets a big win. He needed one. It was about that time. He gets a big win over McIntyre, who I guess that was their first ever actual one-on-one. First ever one-on-one match. Beats him clean. McIntyre attacks him after. Obviously, we know that's what McIntyre's been doing when he takes L's lately. He don't take them too lightly. But Jimmy gets a well-needed win on this road to wherever we're trying to take him nowadays.
Josh, what you say?
Same thing. I mean, he needed that win. I was watching last night, and I'm like, he's been losing way too much. He needed that win. Because right now, his road to Mania, you really don't know where he's going. I mean, I still think he's going to wind up somehow in that U.S. title picture. You can't have him just being, that cheerleader for Jay or something or not be on the show. He's got to do something. So I get him in that U.S. title picture.
Gotcha, Dave.
Even if LA Knight beats Shinsuke next week and you got to go Jimmy versus LA Knight, I mean, you got to get him in that picture.
Okay, Dave.
Let me talk to you. Yeah. Anyway, going back to that Drew and Jimmy match. No, I'm so happy for Jimmy. It was a big win for him. He definitely needed it. It didn't really affect Drew too much because Drew was still in the chamber. So so Drew getting the loss, that's not going to really hurt him any sort of the way. That's why he went after him after the match was over. little crybaby that he is. I'm so sick of Drew McIntyre. I can't take it anymore. He always does is cry. Yeah, big man. I hope you're watching because every time I talk about Drew McIntyre, you defend that son of a bitch. But I'm telling you now, I'm sick of Drew McIntyre. He's not going to win the chamber. It doesn't really matter at this point. But congratulations to Jimmy. He definitely deserved it.
Damn, all I'm going to say is somebody did not take their meds today. That's all I'm going to say.
His road to Mania, though, is a little bit clouded because before the Rumble, they were talking about Drew versus Damian, and Drew wasn't happy about it, and he had that stuff with LA Knight in the Rumble. I don't know. I'm still under the impression that I think CM Punk should win the Chamber, and you go Drew versus Cena at Mania. I think that's a feud that Drew needs to really put him in that upper echelon and say, all right, he's our, he could be our guy. I personally think putting Cena in that title match is a little bit too premature for me. I think that needs to be saved for SummerSlam.
Okay.
But I'm saying right now, you can't put Drew on the way down on that undercard. He's got to be. You put Drew and Cena, even night one, second or third match from the top, you'll generate that. That's the match he needs, I think.
Okay.
Because he's been talking about Cena. John Cena this, John Cena that. So there's definitely a story there. And
sure,
he could be the guy to eliminate Cena in the Chamber too.
Yeah, that would be a great thing. But Josh, you did say the angle for Jimmy here. Do you think this is better for him to start winning matches, just like you said, to maybe go after the IC title versus LA Knight or Shinsuke?
Yeah, I think he can't be the forgotten Uso. I mean, he's already been kind of the forgotten Uso here in this whole thing. Now that he's a babyface, though, they can't have him just fall by the wayside. I mean, even if you're, like I said, even if you put him with LA Knight for the US title, you got to figure out. I mean, I think he needs a big WrestleMania moment. It seems to me that they're poised to give Jay his moment. Why not give it to Jimmy? Like I said, I mean, it wouldn't be a bad thing to have that final moment of night one as both Usos holding up their first singles title together.
Well, the problem is too, you guys got to remember, not to jump in, my fault, but the problem is too, you got to remember Jimmy Uso gets hurt a lot. So you can't really depend on him to really go months at a time because his injury prone is very, very
big. He doesn't have to hold it long. I think you just need to get him that title, even if he holds it until Money in the Bank or something along those lines. Right. But like they got to do something with him because he can't just be out of this tag team now with Jay and then he's just completely forgotten.
Is there a possibility that there ever is the match between, let's just say for some reason here, Jay wins against Gunther, okay? He takes that title. Is there any way later down the line that it could be Uso versus Uso, brother versus brother?
Well, do you put money, you want to get interested, you put Money in the Bank on Jimmy.
That's what I mean.
He tells Jay, I'm with you, and then out of the blue, boom, the super kick to cash in, and Jimmy's a world champ. So I mean, it could.
I think I definitely think they could spin the block back on that, but because everybody was disappointed in the first one. And I was super hyped for that match. I was one of the big ones, like Jimmy and Jay, and then they got their time cut down. Mm-hmm. There was like all kinds of chaos with their match.
Yeah.
Then their match kind of turned out to be, but I get what they tried to do. I understand from being in the ring philosophy, but it just didn't turn out the way they wanted it to with timing and everything else. So honestly, that would really be something interesting if they do eventually spin the block again.
What do you think, Dave?
No, really, I can't see the Usos going against each other. I mean, we've come on. I mean, they're brothers. I'm not seeing it. Not to this point, because remember, I mean, Jimmy, he'll go after that U.S. title, or I think the U.S. title is what he's going to go after. It's probably going to. That's just between him, L.A., whatever. But I can see Jimmy winning the U.S. title. That would be nice. But like I said, I'm not like I just can't see him going like months at a time because the injury prone it hits him a lot. So I don't see it, guys. I really don't.
But just like Josh said, he doesn't have to hold it for that
long. I get it.
But he can get hurt.
Give him the belt on his shoulder, man. His brother's got main event Jay here. Give him the shot. Let him carry the strap once, and then I don't care. Get your ass
It's not like Jimmy's ever had a title
You do
before.
understand you do understand that was like 5 months ago, and he jumped off the top of a cage.
Still, I mean, is he really 100%? I mean, do we know? No. I mean,
and he has good matches. He can have good matches with anybody on that show for that title. So it's not like he has bad matches.
And we've talked about this before. He's the better talker of the two.
Yeah,
we totally have that figured out.
Oh, absolutely.
And he's really the better wrestler too.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, we can't take away the other one has the better. He has the better gimmick. But when it boils down to it, he's the Mr. More Reliable.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, he used to really carry Jay through all those promos when they were doing the Uso Penitentiary. This is how fast people forget. And this is what drives me
I hear you.
Like this drives me insane every time because it's just because of the certain situations he was in. Remember, he was getting suspended.
Mm-hmm.
He was getting arrested. He was, he was getting hurt. But there was something that always slowed him down up until now, basically, other than jumping off the top of the cage.
Gotcha.
So,
time out, guys.
He could have pulled Bronson Reed and really tore himself up.
Miss Eileen is in the chat, guys. You got to say hi to Eileen because she loves us. Come on.
What's going on, Eileen? How you been? Hope all is well. Another comment real quick. Robert Kelly saying, give both Jimmy and Jay their moment at WrestleMania would be great.
That's what I'm saying.
Robbie checking in. What's up, baby?
Yep. Well, let me ask you guys this real quick. Where does this go for Drew? You know, Dave, you're calling him the crybaby specialist. You know, I get
Drew McIntyre, yeah.
But Dave, where does this put him? Like, does this just give him the more angle to be more pissed off in the Elimination Chamber?
Nah, it doesn't. It's not going to affect Drew either way.
What is the angle? I understand you want to give.
It's not going to affect Drew either way. He can win or lose a chamber. It doesn't really matter. I mean, he's in there. I mean, as long as Drew's in the main, like in one of the main events, he's happy with that. That's where I look at it.
I think what they needed, like eventually you're going to bring this whole thing around where it's Drew versus Roman. Roman's coming back at the Chamber. He's costing Rollins that Chamber, and he may indirectly cost Drew McIntyre the Chamber while he's costing Rollins. But eventually he's gonna be all back in that bloodline vortex as he calls it. So he's gonna be the guy again soon. I think he's either getting a world title or he's getting a WWE title at some point. So
okay, Josh, you hold that thought because we are going to talk Elimination Chambers.
It's only a matter of time before Roman. I get that, but
yeah.
Anything else we want to talk about? You know, Uso versus Drew here. Anything else we want to speculate or go on here? What do you guys?
It was a solid match. I mean, I'll give you that much.
Jimmy needed to win.
Yep,
he did. I'm glad they're finally pushing him a little bit higher because main event. You know, his brother's getting all the clout, everything like that. It's time, man. They're like, I feel I like Jimmy a lot better when he just silently says, "No yeet." I like that. Yeah, I mean, like you get 45 minutes of yeet, yeet, yeet. Jimmy comes on this.
Right.
I'm like, calm it down, you know. Like
Larry said this a while back. He said Jimmy actually started that yeet before Jay started to do it.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah. Well, let's move on to the next match here. You know, the Oscar goes to this guy here, R-Truth, because
the dude is
okay, I'm just gonna start it. Did you guys honestly think who was coming out, who came out, who he was talking about? Did anybody say yes? I knew who it was. I did not know.
I missed it. I was doing something, I forget, and then my son was like, "Dad, it's LA Night," and then they did the whole Louisiana Night thing. He's a national treasure, man. Like sometimes he's the best thing of the. It was like that on Raw, even back when they were doing that nonsense with that 24/7 title and the product was a mess. When R-Truth would come out, man, like you couldn't change the channel. The dude is hilarious.
Yeah, Dave, go ahead, Dave.
Oh, I loved it, but I love what he said. This guy's from Louisiana. I'm thinking, no, he's not.
Yeah, and the look on LA Knight's face is like, what the hell are you talking about? And then he gives him the po' boy and some beads. I'm like,
he just puts the beads in front of him and stuff. Yeah, LA Knight's trying not to break character.
It was just another R-Truth moment that we've seen in the past.
I don't know how anybody works for that dude that can keep a straight face.
Well, he could do it. R-Truth is like the ageless wonder in WWE. Like he doesn't age. He looks the same every time. You know, he just does his thing. But yeah, he comes up with every once in a while. He comes up with something funny, and last night was definitely one of them.
He's another one that can work with anybody though. Like he's working with Carmelo, and Melo can go, and Truth is hanging with him.
Yeah, that's true. Larry, what do you?
Yeah, honestly, I kind of did that puzzled look like he's from or he's like I was like so puzzled for it, and I'm just like, man, here we go again. I'm
Yeah.
like, he doesn't miss. Like I said, where he tagged himself out of the match.
Oh
again.
my god. The count was the best because Melo pops up like, what the heck's going on? And he tags Miz and stands there like it's
you always get 5 minutes of his nonsense.
great.
And now that it's more, you can tell it's more unscripted. With most of these guys have no idea what he's going to do.
Yeah.
You get the best laugh of that because of their reaction every single time now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, yo, this dude is gold. Like I said, I still think last week's promo with Tozawa, where he dropped Tozawa, and he did actually know. That was the first time ever in a long time, though, if we noticed. He actually knew who Jey Uso was.
Right.
Because usually he calls on somebody
Yeah.
different. But he actually was like, Jay. Surprisingly, he didn't call him Jimmy. You know what I mean? But that's the respect that they're trying to give Jay.
Well, him saying Jay, then he could have meant Jimmy too, just saying the letter. You know what I'm saying?
But that's why they did that, because Jay's in such a high position right now.
Right.
You don't want to take that away from him. So he made sure he still addressed him as Jay. I thought that was genius. But him dropping Tozawa, and you could hear Tozawa hitting the pavement.
Oh, yeah.
The smack, it's like, man.
Tozawa went down hard. That's for sure.
Again, you know, and Jay is a guy who always breaks.
Right.
Every time. So when you can kind of seen him, he tapped him because he knew he was going to laugh. Jay,
Sure.
He breaks pretty often. We seen it with Sammy.
Yeah.
Solid match. Obviously, they're trying to find ways to get Melo those wins again, because Melo does need those wins. Excuse me, because he's been taking his L's, this, that, and the third.
But, and Larry, I think you said it best. I mean, R-Truth improvises. I don't think any dude in the ring, partner, whatever opponent, knows what he's going to do at any time. He's just the best improv person, you know, in ring situation that I've ever seen in my life, man. And if I worked with him, brother, I'd be cracking up, dying from the stuff he does. I would break in a second. I ain't gonna lie, you know.
Ageless wonder.
He's amazing.
Yeah, and then doing the Cena stuff's even the best too. Like, oh, that's my idol, that's my role model. He's like 3 years older than Cena.
He deserves like a world title, even if it's for 2 weeks. He deserves that Mankind moment one time.
Yeah, like
at some point or another. I know it'll be hard for them to do it, but just something to show everything he's done. Because when they show his highlights in the Hall of Fame, people are they're going to be in tears. They're going to be laughing. His Hall of Fame moment, he's first ballot Hall of Fame. But to realize everything he done in all these years that he's actually been there, because he's been there a long time too.
Long time.
It's going to be a big deal. So he does deserve, even if it's that world title, you find a dumb way.
A roll up or something. It falls on the champ or something.
and he wins the championship.
Yeah.
That solidifies.
I can see that happening. I can definitely see that happening with him, of course.
Or like do it in like a battle royal or something where he just gets knocked out of the ring and everybody else gets eliminated. He just staggers in the ring and he's the last one standing there.
Mm-hmm. I think when he gets to the Hall of Fame, I think his speech is going to be the most biggest.
Oh, everybody's going to be in tears.
Yes, it's going to be hilarious. It's
probably he's going to say the wrong state that they're in, and he'll say the wrong state, all kinds of things. You know,
like last year. Remember, not to get off topic. Remember when they had the chamber in Australia, and the dude wound up in Austria, and he's like, "I went to the arena, and nobody's there."
What's up, Eddie?
Eddie, check in. What's going on, Eddie? All right, well, let me ask you before we move on to the next match. Okay, Larry, I'll start with you because you mentioned the name Carmelo Hayes. He's been losing matches. Finally, he's going to get those, those W's in the column. Where does this push him first?
Yeah, he's somewhere around that, mid-card U.S. title division. Obviously, I think maybe him and Miz can pull off because, again, Miz can work with anybody, and you already
He
see
can.
Miz is trying to come up with catchphrases. I forget what he called them.
Josh,
Mellow
was that?
Dome Miz.
Yeah,
There you go.
Mellow Miz, and
Mellow Miz? Yeah.
yeah. So, and you kind of seen at the end of this, like Mello was like, you know what? I mean,
Yeah, you know what, Larry? His facial expression at the very end, after it happened, he's just like, maybe this shit will work. Maybe
I
this will
mean,
work.
No,
That's not a.
I've been losing. I've been in these situations. Maybe a little bit of backup might not help. You know what I mean? Might not be a bad thing. So if you can get a little bit of help, hey, we can work together. He can use Miz to take his next step, because like I said, it is really hard to push him because he is a smaller guy.
Right.
But he can talk, you know. But like I said, that U.S. title thing, they're like fizzling.
Okay.
So they're gonna have to figure something out. And I really don't think he's the guy for it just yet. But I mean, you know, he can work. He's just not there yet. But you don't want to put him down. So I think this Miz thing could work. I think
That's not a bad guy to hit your wagon though, too. Because let's not act like the Miz is a bum or anything, and the Miz hasn't had a great career.
Absolutely.
You want to talk company guys? Miz is one of them. They've had Miz put pretty much everybody over that you could have him put over. So he's had those growing pains, and that's probably not a bad person to have Carmelo hitched to.
Yeah. And he says Miz and Mello's finisher was cool last night.
Absolutely.
And rehashing it, he says Jimmy for the U.S. title, which we just spoke about there.
Mm-hmm.
Where does this put the Miz now? I mean, does this put him back on the map here? Because I thought he was going to actually find a way into maybe a triple threat match somewhere. But I don't know.
They'll find a way to get him on Mania. He's too good not to be.
He could host it for crying out loud.
2 years ago with him and Snoop Dogg, and Shane McMahon blew his knee out, and that was just a disaster. They'll find a way to get Miz on Mania,
yeah,
one way or another.
I think this tag team thing. I think they're
him and Mello will probably wind up in that match or something.
Okay.
I can see that.
You can see that.
Yeah, I can. But for Miz, like I said, he's just putting Mello over for just being a tag team with him. But if you think about it, right? I mean, because Mello's single action wasn't as great. I mean, he was he had good matches. He just wasn't winning. So now Miz, it's a good thing. I like it.
But when you think about it, he couldn't win, Dave. You look who he was putting him up against. He was against Cody Rhodes.
His first match, yeah.
Braun Strowman.
Ain't nobody gonna believe Mello's beating Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman. He's punching up.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
because I've seen a lot of people saying he was getting buried, and I'm like, no.
But when they brought Mello up from the NXT, which was great, everybody was all pumped up for him to come back, come up to their main roster and everything, and it pumped his ego up, got his going. All of a sudden he starts losing matches single wise. But you put him in tag team with Miz, he'll win some matches. He'll get back into it. 85
to 90% of the time, though, that happens when that talent comes up from NXT.
Right.
They have those growing pains. Not everybody comes up that's the Charlotte Flairs or the Seth Rollins or the Roman Reigns. I mean, those people, they go through that stuff until they figure it out. And then eventually most of them figure it out. Like, Braun Breaker's going to be a star.
Yeah, but you would just hate to see a guy. Hate to see a guy like Mello fail at this point in time because he's so young.
He'll be fine.
You know what I'm saying?
He'll find his niche.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, his first match was against Cody Rhodes. You come up from NXT, your first match, prime time is Cody Rhodes. Man, how fast can you come back down to reality?
Yeah, exactly.
And he was able to hang.
He was, yeah.
He hung with them, sure.
And if you remember after the match, Cody shook his hand after the match and says, wow,
Right.
Even with losing all these matches, he was able to hang in every single one of them. That was all his job was to do, is just be able to see if you can go out there and work with some names and actually build small little stories from them.
Right.
So that's why they're starting, okay, maybe we can build a story with you and Miz, because obviously.
I'll give Mello credit, though. He does do good promos. I'll give him that much. His promos are very good, I think, anyway.
They're also keeping them very short, too.
Yes.
Short, sweet, but when he does them, he's not bad.
And he says Miz and Mello need to stick together. They could have a title run down the road. You guys agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, I could see them sneaking out of Mania as a tag champs. I mean,
Well,
everybody
this was
thinks,
tag
oh,
team
it's
with
gonna,
our truth. If you guys remember,
it's
I
going to
mean,
be
come
this
on.
team. It's going to be that team. I mean, again, that doesn't have to be a long run, but you kind of do same scenarios last year. Nobody thought Miz and Truth were winning, and they came out with it. So they'd be the perfect transition guys to drop it to like the Street Profits or back to the Machine Guns or something. So
Gotcha.
I mean,
and he says Melo has been losing to the top guys in the WWE. I mean, his record is a lot of L's, but man, he's been fighting it.
he's not. It's not like he's losing to guys like Tozawa or Otis or anything. He's losing to the top guys,
Top
and
dogs.
And that's what they did. They snuck him a couple wins by beating down on people. He was punching up and he was losing. Then he beat Tozawa. He beat R-Truth. Now he gets a tag team win.
And he's saying Melo has a win over Braun Strowman.
I think it was like DQ or count
That was a
out or
disqualification, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was one of the two.
But it still counts because he ran with it.
Yeah, I think it was a count out.
But it was enough to keep the story going.
Okay.
Right.
Well, let's move on to the next.
I still say to this day, Mrs. Best Tag Team Partner all this time is Morrison. But go ahead.
Who cares about?
No, I'm just saying. Back in the day, his best tag team that he's been with, all the tag teams, Morrison was the best one he's been with.
Dave, it was 15 years ago. Of course.
I get it, Larry. But I'm just saying.
I think Morrison helped get him ready for the main roster and to be a singles guy.
Breaking news. The reason why Dave talks about the past because he's a Cowboy fan just like us. Okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
He lives in it.
Hey, keep it real, right? Keep it real.
I'm just saying. I'm just making a statement. That's all I said.
The last time the Cowboys won was 29 years ago.
Oh my God!
His head was Morrison 15 years ago.
Hey, it was still his best tag team.
He isn't lying. You do this.
Let's move on to some eye candy.
I do it often.
Let's talk about the princess, Miss Tiffany Stratton. Okay, Candice LeRae.
Sorry, Larry. I'll stop just for you. Okay.
No, Dave, I want you to go first. Okay, you talk about my princess, Tiffany Stratton, and Candice LeRae here. I'll let you.
No. The princess is all. The queen is the queen. I mean, come on.
Okay, Dave, I didn't say the queen. I said the princess, buddy.
Okay.
Do we need a drug test today?
No, not at all. No.
Here we go again. I told you.
I mean, Dave, I can send a nurse down to Delco down there and get you the drug test tomorrow.
I'm fine. I'm good.
I mean,
Tiffany, what was your question again? I'm sorry.
I ain't said the Larry one. That's a waste of my money if I did that.
Repeat your question again. Go ahead.
Absolutely.
Oh, well, Dave, I just said you start off with the queen here, the princess. Now you got me saying the damn queen.
See, got you going now.
Let's talk about the princess, Tiffany Stratton here.
Okay.
Candice LeRae, you start this off. What'd you see during this here?
Candice LeRae is well, I personally I like Tiffany. I like where she's going. I'm glad that she's champion. I'm really glad that they gave her the belt and she cashed in that Money in the Bank, and I'm happy for her. I really am. I'm happy for her with that. But calling Candice LeRae Nia's little I forget what the word was. Oh God, here we go.
Robert Kelly says sometimes Dave is still stuck 15 years ago. It's not his fault. Oh, it is his fault.
Okay. See, thanks, Rob. Rob's defending me. Appreciate it.
But he's laughing inside though, Dave. I ain't gonna lie. I can hear it.
I know he's laughing inside. I can hear it from here.
Yep.
Candice LeRae. I wish they would just. I wish she would just stop going on Nia all the time, just go single wise, because she'd be better doing that.
They got to figure something out with her too. Like
definitely.
It's one of those lost to the shuffle things. Like Gargano's always been, and he's Gargano's Gargano, but it seems like they get into this every couple. Like they've both been released, and then she comes back. And then they need to figure something out, or she's going to wind up out again. And at this, you don't come back 3 times.
Right.
So they got to figure something out.
I think it says it perfect. Candice is a nice little lapdog,
Yeah, that's what you lapdog, right? That was the word. Right. Okay, I couldn't think about that. But no, like I said, I love the princess. I'm really into her, but she's got that stuck-up attitude, guys. So maybe it's me, but I kind of like it. I don't know if you guys like it or not, but I think it's kind of cool the way she does her promos. She messes with the guys in the back, and she tells leave me alone, whatever. I didn't ask for an interview, you gave it to me, stuff like that. I kind of like it. I really do, because that's the stuck-up princess, which is kind of cool to me. I don't know. Maybe you guys. I don't know how you feel about it.
Larry, what do you think about this? Tiffany and Candice LeRae.
Yeah, obviously, we know I've said it before. I'm not a big fan of Candice LeRae either. Like Josh said, she's just mixing the shuffle. I get it though. She's the little girl with the big bodyguard right now. I don't know if she's Naya's bodyguard. I don't know what their actual gimmick for it is, but it obviously keeps her in the mix. She's another one, like you said, she's just like her husband. She's just a good wrestler, but it doesn't stand out at all, no matter what she does. Obviously, Tiffy's gonna stand out no matter what. We're gonna keep her strong building for WrestleMania because we got something big here with the princess and the queen. Yeah, I did. I liked how she called her a lapdog, though. That was a funny, sneaky little line. Obviously, Tiffany can talk on the mic, and she's not. She's obviously understanding that she's more of the face in this situation, but she's still keeping that heel aura a little bit, which I'm actually okay. Okay,
Yeah.
I think she's gonna suck it in more toward Mania when they really want her to win. She'll intake it in, but right now she's still like, I'm playing the field because I'm confident in who I am, so I like it. I like it a lot.
Robert, you're dealing with 4 Cowboy fans on this show, man.
Jeez, man, taking shots.
Man, somebody has got blocked. No, I'm just about but it's true. It's true. Hey, listen, it's been a long time.
I guess since Denver finally showed up for a year, I guess he has the right to say something.
Yeah, the ponies grew a couple legs this year. Hey, they made the playoffs. Okay, we're back now, right? We're back now. All right. Yeah, I get it. But yeah, I agree. Candice LeRae, man, the lapdog here, just the bodyguard. Yeah, okay, she's the bodyguard for Nia. It's just comical to me. It's just like I don't get it. Like when is Nia going to just like say enough is enough? When does this happen with Candice LeRae?
Probably after they lose to Tiffany and Trish at the Chamber.
Agree.
And
I think she's actually going to keep her around for a while.
Maybe.
So
Eventually, though.
That'll keep her away from the world title a little bit.
Yeah.
So you can kind of put her back in the mix with them tag team titles too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe have those two.
Yeah, so I think it might actually last a little bit longer than we think.
Okay.
And again, Nia ended up squashing Trish and last night. Boy, that was a soft one.
That was.
It was. The legs barely bent at the right time.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, I didn't feel that one.
Because she doesn't want to get in trouble for hurting people.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want to squash, you know what I mean, a WrestleMania. But boy, it wasn't a good
which she has done in the past. We all know that, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's like I've told Larry in other conversations, like Nia's character now and the way that they're using her is so much different and better and refreshing than when the old man was using her, because it's like he had no idea what he was doing. Like Triple H, he could tap into that side, and he's using her the way that he needs to and showcasing her, and not, he turned her into like a monster. He'll like when they try to turn her babyface with that whole bullying thing with Alexa Bliss. Who believed that? Like that wasn't believable, and that did nothing for her.
Right.
Like this is what she should never be a babyface again. Plain and simple, she should.
That backdrop she did off the top rope, with her, I forget who was on top of her shoulder at the time, but she actually did it right, and nobody got hurt on the play.
Yeah, so, like it's you put her like she's much more careful too, and I think it's not reckless booking of we need to go out there and try to he knows what he's doing.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's talk about the queen comes out, sitting ringside here, her little couple sentences here where she says, but after it's all done, Tiffy's laying on the ground again, once again, the queen comes in, says her piece. How do you see what is the queen now? I mean, what is she to you, honestly? What is she to you?
She is the queen.
She's still the queen, okay.
She's the queen. Notice she doesn't have to put her hands on Tiffy.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't have to do any of that. She's already better than Tiffany. Tiffany in her mind is she can keep up with Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they're gonna run with. She's better than her. She's dusting her boots off on her. She's just like, you're a peasant to me.
Mhm.
And so we're building for something really, 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 really good here.
And it's at the point too where she doesn't need to win all the time, and they have to make sure that they're putting the right people over with her and putting her in there with the right people, so that way she can get them over.
Yeah.
Well, Eddie doesn't like it, Charlotte. We already know that. He's a channel changer. That's the so-called queen. We know Eddie does not like her at all. We know that for sure. But before I forget about this, it's fresh on my mind. Josh, since you're the new man on the show tonight, I want to ask you, physically looking at Charlotte, she looks a lot different, doesn't she? What is it? The loss of weight, pulling the pants up, they don't fit. And thank God when I watched it, Friday night, at least she wore something where she doesn't have to pull up her pants this time. It was it was a onesie, basically,
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think she's just gone through so many different looks and transformations over the years. I'm not a big fan of this one, but I think it's getting to a point now where she's coming off of that divorce with Andrade, and I think she knows she's getting older too, and she's just trying to tone that part down a little bit. I think because she sees Rick out there being Nate, and she doesn't want to have that mystique and that aura that he has as far as that goes. In the ring, yeah, but I think she's just trying to be more of a role model and stuff now. So.
And Larry, I think you said it best. She doesn't have to put her hands on Tiffy. The week previously, it was the mic drop. You know what I mean? And that's all she has to do. Her speech.
I'll be right back here, guys.
Her speech is just enough to go over on anybody. She doesn't have to, throw hands, touch anybody like that. She's the queen. I get that, and just what she says goes. But what else do you guys want to talk about with this match? Because Candice LeRae, I can't get behind this chick in a match, man. I can't.
Stop pointing to the damn WrestleMania sign. I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired. It's getting old. It's getting old.
Dave, that's what.
Every time you turn around, somebody's pointing to that sign. Why? We know
because that's where we're on our way to.
Yeah, but I understand we're on. We don't have to keep reminding us that. We know.
Yes, we know this, but that's what we're selling. It every WrestleMania. Pays for every show they do for the rest of the year.
And I understand that, but why do we have to point to it every single time?
Because that show is paying everybody's bills.
And Larry, I like how you said that, Dave. It pays the bills. Just like if you need a lawyer out there, you need to call 1-800-HURT-123 attorney Jason Fine, Big Al, motor vehicle accident, slip and fall, workman's comp, personal injury claims. 3 convenient locations: Philadelphia, Cherry Hill, and our neck of the woods, Pittsburgh, PA. Make sure you reach out to him. 1-800-HURT-123. I actually work for him. You might get me on the phone. Make sure you mention Out of the Box Sports Entertainment. I guarantee you get the Out of the Box special family rate, 33 1/3%. Unheard of with the lawyer. No recovery, no fee. Listen, this dude is for real. I've known him for over 25 years. He's actually my boss for the last 25 years. So make sure you reach out to him. 1-800-HURT-123. Mention Out of the Box for all your personal injury needs. Dave, that's why we pay the bills. That's why we pay the bills. We will point to that WrestleMania sign anytime we want, Dave. All right?
We will go to the Big Al sign all the time.
I get it.
Big Al, 1-800.
Big Al.
WrestleMania sign. I mean, you know what, Dave? You drive me nuts with this bullshit. All year long, that's what we work for. We work to point.
But do we have to point at the sign every time we're on the ring? Every time?
Larry, isn't there a thing called
because
on the road to WrestleMania?
If you're in that locker room, where the hell are you trying to get to every single year, Dave?
I understand that, but okay.
So for the next 60 or whatever days it is, you point to that goddamn thing because I want to main event that thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why they say
it's hanging there. I don't have to point to it. I know it's sitting there.
The camera shot, Dave, the pictures, there's a million things that goes into when Drew comes out. Did you notice he walked the whole way to the ring? And as when he got to his stance, they stopped and panned the camera just enough to show WrestleMania. Because that's where the hell we're going, Dave. Where the hell else are we going?
There's a reason why every wrestling fan out there says on the road.
But do I have to point to the sign every time? No, I don't.
Damn it, Dave, it's the camera shot. That's the important part of it.
Okay.
Well, we know we're never getting a sponsorship with David.
Larry, am I getting on your nerves tonight, Larry? Is there something? Am I tricking a nerve here tonight? Did I see this?
I'm like air shaking right now.
It's all about paying the bills. And you know what? I'm going to let Larry pay his bill. How about that? Larry, talk about it.
Man, you know it, every Tuesday night, it's me and my boy Kurt, where it's the part-time marks. You know what we do. We come, we talk NXT. If we can't make the atomic drop, we try to talk about a little bit of Raw. We make predictions. We're some guys who we think we know everything, but like I always say, we don't know shit. And yes, Josh here, that's with us here tonight. He is our honorary part-time mark. That's why he's here tonight. Hopefully you guys catch him on the show with us one of these Tuesday nights. He's getting his schedule together, but he is my earpiece. I call him my earpiece. Every day he's dropping knowledge on me.
Bright and early.
If he's not on the show, don't worry. Some of my information has come from that guy in the box to the right of me here.
And Larry, what time is that show on?
Oh, that show is on 10:30 every Tuesdays.
Love it.
And David, you know what? HBK always pointed at the WrestleMania side. So how's that? And that's your boy.
You're right. Okay.
Taker was the first one to point at it. Taker won the Rumble in 07, pointed, and everybody's pointed since.
Hey, there you go. There you go. There you go.
You want to follow somebody? Can't really follow anybody better.
There you go.
I hear you.
Well, let's move on to somebody made an appearance last night. The final boss comes back. He dropped some breaking news. First, let's talk about WrestleMania, Louisiana. I mean, is this something we might be able to get to as people? First of all, I mean, what do you guys think?
It's a possibility.
I'm driving planes right now.
I'm not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
I'm actually getting on one on Wednesday, so.
Oh shit!
God bless you.
Pray,
we'll be
pray.
fine.
Yeah, but if we all go, because I've been sitting with Dave, because we know Dave doesn't have anybody's back. He'll let you get your ass kicked. Number one, and plus he wants to sit up in a nosebleed. So there's two things I ain't doing. Right?
Yeah. No yeets with Dave.
No yeets at all.
Oh man, you guys are rough.
Oh no. Mania, the third time in the same venue in 12 years. It's like,
yeah,
it's kind of like they're following suit with the NFL. Like last year, the NFL had the Super Bowl in Vegas. This year, Mania's in Vegas. This year, the Super Bowl's in New Orleans. Next year, Mania's in New Orleans. It's like,
yeah,
I don't know. Let's go somewhere else. I get the whole Philly thing and being outside. It was cold, but I don't know. I think they should have hit Minneapolis like they were going to, but they don't want that cold weather city.
I was gonna say it does snow in Minneapolis, bro. It gets,
but they're indoors though. Everything's in the stadium.
Yeah, but still, it's tough for people to get out there if it's snowing hard.
And I think they're also trying to bring money to those cities.
Yeah, sure. I think so too. And they know it being in Vegas. I mean, it's Vegas. I mean, you're gonna have
with WrestleMania in Philadelphia.
They're trying to go where they're trying to go, and especially because, even 50 Cent even took his new studios down to Louisiana.
Right. Yeah.
So his whole movie studios in Louisiana. Mm-hmm. So they're trying to make that a booming area right now. So I think that's why they took that route again too. And like you said, I think they're probably following the Super Bowl here, there, and
yeah.
And then also just looking at certain venues of what we can actually do with that venue compared to other venues.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, with WrestleMania in Philadelphia last year, Dave knows this. Later, I don't know if I told you guys, Josh, I had 2 tickets, okay, right off the ramp, row J, and it went from A, B, B, C, C, D, D, then A to J. I had 2 tickets, row J, seats 1 and 2 right off the ramp. Josh, I'll ask you real quick. If I had 2 tickets and you wanted to buy them as a dream to go, what's your top level that you would pay for these seats? Both days, parking, everything.
I don't know. I'd have to get a divorce lawyer for that. Oh no, man. I want to go to Mania, but I'm just gonna sit at home and watch it.
Agreed. Larry, how much would you pay, Josh, for 2 tickets not even 30 feet from the ring? Right on the ramp where they come down, you put your hand out there, you don't wash your hand for the rest of your life. One of those type feelings, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, mate. What? $10,000? I don't know.
Larry, what would you pay? If we had it, first of all, you know.
If we had it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a natural born hustler, so I'm gonna try to talk you down.
Hey, brother, listen to me. I'm Asian. I know my money. You ain't.
Good luck with that.
You're about your money. But I'm gonna talk and I'm gonna be like, bro, listen, man. The most I could probably fork off these is probably 3,000 a piece.
And this is what I would say. This is exactly what I would say. Bye.
Chunking up the deuces.
I sold 2 tickets last year for $11,300 each.
Yes, he did.
Yep.
Yeah, I still want to have my kidneys and all that. I don't want to be like
That's what I'm
giving up.
saying.
I don't want to give up. I don't want to give up body parts and not be able to still have commentary and stuff
Exactly.
like that.
Right. And he says Mania should come to Arizona. I mean, you know what? That would kind of be nice out there. You know, it's maybe Sun Devil Stadium. Not, you know, something out there. I think it should go out to a different city. You know, hell, have it in Johnstown. It might snow outside. We don't know.
Yeah, that's all they need.
Yeah, I mean, I might get
Guys,
it. New Orleans
in the
is
ring.
New Orleans, but I don't know. I would have preferred to.
Hey, I'll tell you what. I went to WrestleMania 29 up in New York, and at the Meadowlands, it was freezing that night. I'll tell you.
That's the thing, man, about these stadiums.
Yeah,
it's tough to have it. Like,
was
I was
so
surprised
cold.
when they picked
It
Philly
was
last year.
Me too.
And the funny part was when we got up there. Sorry, to cut you off like that. The funny part was when we got up there, right before the show started, a rainbow came out because it rained before that, and then it got warm, kind of got warm, and all of a sudden when it got nighttime, it was freezing, guys. It was so.
I mean, look at what was it, 37 when they were finally back. You know, during COVID and everything, they had it at Raymond James, and they had that like hour delay because of the rain and the wind and everything.
Yeah.
So I mean, those outdoor stadiums are hit or miss, especially in that part of the country.
I think it should be inside no matter what.
Yeah,
you know,
there's
safety, crowd safety.
There's enough indoor massive stadiums where you can hold stuff like that. You know?
Well, let's get back to The Rock here. You know, The Rock spits his gospel, of course. What Larry, let's start with you first. We'll go, right to left, left to right on the camera's view here. I'll start with you. What was The Rock spitting last night?
Man,
some of the shit didn't make sense to me.
Man, there's a guy that's real famous right now who a lot of people pay attention to. I'm not going to name him. I'm just going to alliterate. But this is who he was portraying last night. I was so confused. He was spinning me in so many different directions last night.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was heel rock, face rock, corporate rock.
Yes.
I'm sending Josh messages. I don't know what the hell.
It had me confused too. It's just like, I mean, I need to know one way or another. Are you in or are you out for Mania? We need to know because we got this chamber match coming up. If you're going to decide at the chamber based on this stuff with Cody, all right, we're going to have a match. Then what do we do with this chamber match?
I don't think we're getting a match.
I don't think we're getting a match at all. What happens at the chamber?
Kind of said about this title. Hold on 1 second. He didn't say nothing like he said. This doesn't have nothing to do with the championship.
Right.
So I think that was his key of, I'm not coming in taking over Mania like you guys think I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
But I'm coming in to do something to give you guys to spin the shit out of everybody. Because I can't think of one person who came out of last night thinking the same thing. Like I said, when me and Josh text each other this morning, we're like, we have no idea.
I was lost. Like even his stuff on the Netflix Raw was a little bit. It's just like he's all over the place, but he's doing it on purpose because he just wants people to talk, and that's what's going on. But I don't know. Saturday's going to be because it's like, what happens if Cody says, all right, no, I'm not doing it. So what's going to be the next play? Like, does Rock just say, all right, fine, then this is what's going to happen in Mania. You're going to get whoever is in the chamber, but I'm going to make your life miserable on the road to Mania. Like, it's one of those things where you could go this road or you could go that road. Does Cena win? And Cena's like, you know what? I want that 17th title. I'm going to make a deal with the devil. And does Cena become Rock's guy? Like, it's one of those things where you could go this way, Because Cena if you go, not to get off topic, but at the Rumble, his interview in that press conference came off a little bit heelish to me. Like it came off a little bit selfish. Like I've done this for this company for 20 years. I'm gonna put myself first, but it was kind of like not very John Cena like. So it wouldn't surprise me if they go this route where Cody tells Rock to pretty much shove it, and Cena wins the chamber, and then all of a sudden you see this dynamic now between Cena and Rock because they know each other.
Power trip.
Yeah, exactly.
Two-man power trip. If you
I
guys
mean,
remember Triple
the
H
two most influential names maybe ever in WWE, and Rock says, "I can get you what you want. I can get you that 17th world title." And at that point, what Cena got to lose? It's his last year.
Yeah, I think we're starting to get maybe I don't even know, it's me hypothetically. We're starting to get maybe like a Austin McMahon type thing.
Oh,
Larry,
that was
Larry, hold that thought real quick, because you know what? Eddie's on the same page as you, real quick. That was the Rock's attempt to make Cody his corporate champion, just like Vince did through Austin, right there. He's on the same page with you, right there.
Yeah, I'm starting to think we're gonna try, like, is he gonna try to spin Cody, and then Cody says, like he said, hell no. And then he's like, all right, well, I'll go another route. Like I said, I was a big fan of the Stone Cold Triple H two-man power trip.
Oh, I hated it. I hated that heel turn.
It was okay.
I'm like, just stun him. Just come out and say, I just needed the title, Vince, and just boom, drop him. I hated that heel turn. That was the worst. I think that was the worst thing in his run.
It was bad.
It's just, I hated it.
And he really, like I said,
it.
They knew what they did last night. They just left us with a whole bunch of answers. They left us completely confused on purpose. I was like, you son of a bitch. Because I have no idea. I'm going to think about this all night. We're thinking about it half the morning this morning. I'm like, I don't even know where we're going to go with this tonight when we talk about this on the show, because I'm still confused till right now.
It was that's like I said, the Bad Blood appearance was weird too. Like after the tag match, he comes out and just holds up it's like, okay, you're teasing something, and he's gone again until the Netflix Raw. It's like, right.
Dave,
I get it, but it's just
Dave,
like,
I'll let you go. What was your take on last night?
I was confused as heck. I didn't understand what he was talking about with the whole the whole soul thing and stuff like that. I just didn't get it. But I really don't know where they're going with this. I can't see Cody turn heel. That's I just don't see that at all.
Well, they keep comparing it to that. What do they call that movie? There's a movie that they say is that they're tapping into with Cody. If you really watch it, they're
that Homelander.
That Homelander. So they're saying, now I'm not into that type stuff. So
yeah,
but they keep saying they're tapping into it, and obviously you can see that Cody is like kind of having his heelish ways too.
Yeah, it's coming. I just don't think
it's starting to understand that him becoming the champion, he is losing all his friends.
Yeah,
like slowly but surely, he's been losing all his friends.
It happens to everybody
since he became champion.
Yeah, but he may be losing his friends, but he's not losing the fans, though. The fans are still
but eventually there was a little bit of booze last night when Rock was talking about it before he introduced him.
But you know what, Dave does make a great point last night when The Rock said, about the championship, and he's like, well, Rock, I am the people's champion. And the crowd went crazy when he said that.
Yeah.
And The Rock was like, I am the people's champ. Then he looked at him like, hey, me and you are the same, level here.
Yeah.
But what can The Rock do for him? I mean, what can he do? Because if he turns and says no, The Rock, Josh, you said it, his road is going to be one hell of a bumpy road. I mean, he's going to be in probably a triple threat match, something to lose his title. And if he wins, he wins. But it's going to be one hell of a road if he says no.
If he says no, yeah, he it becomes hell for Cody. But he's going to do everything. Oh, you don't want to listen to what I say? Then I'm going to make it tough on you.
Personally, what I'm thinking,
I'll see you at WrestleMania 42. Because
I'm going to ask you guys a question.
Hold on.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Because this is what this is, I think, is really boiling to. It's really building to WrestleMania 42.
Okay.
So they're planting your seed now, and this whole year, because that's what that's what kind of Rock likes to do now, is I'll build this matchup for a whole year. And and we'll follow this story pursuit because, like I said, and we're starting to plant the seed before this WrestleMania even happens. That's the only difference that I think we might be possibly getting. So then he could possibly wrestle Cody next year, or even still end up wrestling Roman because that was.
Ooh, that's
See,
it's like you and
that's
I
what I'm
talked
thinking.
this morning. That's going to get interesting here.
That's
in a
what
few
I'm
months.
thinking.
All right,
So,
Dave, go ahead. Give me
I
your
was gonna.
take.
I'm asking you guys this question. Do you think Roman has anything to do with this at all?
No, if anything, it's a complete opposite. We're family, but that's your guy. That you want him to be your guy, but
I
we're
was thinking
family.
about this morning, and I was and it was in my head, and I was really thinking about this. Do you guys think if Cody says no, and then Rock puts Cody through hell, do you guys think Roman can kind of help out Cody and go out to the Rock?
You and I, we were talking about that this morning too, Larry. Remember, I was like,
yeah,
Roman might need to be that guy.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because it's a power trip.
Okay, see, I'm on the opposite side of you guys because last night watching that promo, Rock did mention his brother Roman Reigns. Okay, you took the title from my brother. Okay, now you want Cody to be your guy. If you say no, it's all about family with this, right? With the Rock situation, it's all about family. I'm gonna go get my brother, and he's gonna beat the shit out of you, Cody, and I'm gonna help him beat you. I want to stay in the family. I see it that way. I don't see Roman helping Cody though. Because he wouldn't get shot then. He wouldn't
But
get
the
shot
only reason
then.
I say that is because if you think about it, it was supposed to be Roman and Rock at WrestleMania last year. So that kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like
How I can look at it though, too, how you could put a spin on it is Roman could be of that mindset too of why am I going to help you? You're part of the reason why I lost the title. Like, you know, the whole bloodline rules that I could have just faced him one-on-one, had nobody and beat him. But then you make it bloodline rules and he had his people and we weren't expecting this. You know, it could be one of those types of deals too, where Roman's under the mind, I'm not helping you. You're part of the reason why I'm not the champion right now.
Okay,
Yeah, I think it's a whole power trip. Like just The Rock wants, no matter what, he wants to have some type of control of the championship, whether Roman has it or whether Cody has it. He still wants to be. I am the final boss. I'm the final. So he wants to take on that whole. I can basically be a newer style Vince.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, and I can run all this. I can have people fired, and so I think you can go 30 different ways with this, and it can still always be. It can still always boil back to, he was trying to find a way to get the power back to the bloodline, no matter what.
Okay,
So
let me ask you this then, real quick. Eddie says, I do think Cody ends up heel by the end of the year. Let me ask you this real quick before.
Can't see that.
Let me ask you this. It's all about family with Rock, correct? It's always about staying in the family, building that tradition, the luau, things like that. If Cody says no, is there any way that we can push somebody faster from his generation? I mean, there is a guy out there that's rocking the world right now, the werewolf.
I mean, you already know what time. The werewolf, he's far ahead of where he's supposed to be right now, and that's I still think that because like I said, we're still bringing in Samoans left and right, and I think this is also another way to bring in more guys because I still think The Rock is building something. He wants his own little empire. Because this was his before it was Romans, before it was.
But could Jacob Fatu be the new leader? Because Solo, man, he ain't the leader anymore. Jacob Fatu is the guy for me. Roman pushes him. I mean, Roman's not the leader anymore, even though he carries a luau. But you know what? Jacob Fatu is that bloodline, bad side bloodline. You know what I mean? The nasty side. Roman's out. Let's have Rock push Jacob Fatu to bring the luau over to his tribe. His side, and then this is where maybe Roman and Cody tried to get it away from him. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I was thinking automatically that like Fatu and them might have been working for Rock, but at this point, it seems like they're off the hinges anyway. They're still they're
Right.
still doing their own thing now. I mean, obviously, he could be off the hinges and still working for The Rock. We still have no idea who actually follows in line when The Rock does say something. We never really know because Roman really didn't fall in line behind The Rock. He was always still the leader of his own tribe.
Of his own tribe. Yep.
In his own way. And so right now, like you said, we're seeing more last night with Fatu. Obviously, he's rocking the world, but the crowd is still kind of favor. Now they're starting to favor him.
That's what I mean.
So, and I don't think they had this in the plans right away, but it was just like, well, I think they notice he's really, really good.
Yep.
And so now they're starting to cheer for him. So even though he's still trying to stay full blown heel, they're starting to cheer for him. So we're going to start to see that spin there. But I think he can still find a way to keep himself fully heel because I don't think he wants to be a face.
No, I don't either.
I think it's going to come down to Roman versus Jacob Fatu for the Luafau.
I think at some point this year, yeah, maybe SummerSlam. But
I don't think they want to tire that out though right away because they did just tell a great story with Solo with that. So I don't know if they want to go back to trying to take that, make it like a championship again, which I think it's great that you can make something that isn't a championship worth.
Make it mean something.
Make it mean something, just like the bracelet with CM Punk and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question? Do you guys do you guys think that Rock enters himself into the chamber somehow?
No. He's not wrestling anytime soon because he's got these retakes. He just signed on to do a Scorsese movie, so he's not wrestling anytime soon. He'll make appearances if he wants to. Yeah, it's all about the money.
He's popping up to sell the show right now.
That's exactly what it is.
Just a question. I wasn't sure.
No. He's popping up to make sure.
Last year was different because it was 40 and the whole thing, and them having a pivot because of the Cody thing,
and they realized how much of a hurrah that caused.
Right.
Like, him interjecting himself. Like, it totally threw everybody off.
And Larry, you're 100% right, because last night even The Rock said, until you slap me in the face. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
that was the key right there.
They know how to draw. Just like Dave, when you point to the sign. The Rock speaks. That is promo money right there on everything he says leading up to the road to WrestleMania.
Because everybody heard The Rock was coming. Everybody's like, oh boy, how's he putting himself in WrestleMania this year?
How can Cody trust Rock after he whipped him like a dog last year? I mean, seriously.
Hey, look, Mama Rose and Mama, they get together. They're family now,
he whipped him like a dog behind that shed, man. Come on.
But he also told us how they were drinking tequila last night.
Yes.
They're also
he invited to Mono 2, the second, in Hawaii.
That's strategic too, because that's okay. I've been doing this with Rock now. If I say no, then it looks like so Rock's playing Cody all sorts of. He's gonna twist and turn this as if
Sure.
He's gonna hit him with the chamber. Remember, if you say no, I can make that disappear. So he's gonna.
I want to ask you guys real quick before we move on a little bit. When The Rock speaks, do you listen to the shit he says? Like, to the crowd, did you see them pan into that 15, 16-year-old girl when he said, "I'll come out there and knock the"?
You try to listen to it, but they censor half of it because all he does is swear anymore. So
did you hear when he told that girl? He's like, "You better shut up because I'll come out there and knock the syphilis off your lips."
Yeah.
And then they pan into a 16-year-old girl. I'm like, oh shit, wow, okay.
It's
he's been my favorite wrestler forever.
Yes.
So
him and Stone Cold,
when he comes out and he's like, "Hey, I got goosebumps."
Yes, that is amazing. Yes.
I hate to say it, boss, but I end up like that too. I still get that moment because that's just what his aura. I can feel it through the TV, and you don't really see that with too many guys. And I still get that. So that is one thing that, when The Rock comes out, I'm still fully locked in. I'm that.
I liked the promo where he dropped in Moana too. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Hey, you know what? The funny thing is, it's like it got us so many billions of dollars already. I like
and he thanked the fans.
Yeah, but Dave, he's a salesman, man. He's a salesman. He knows
what he
exactly how to promo something, even if it's not scripted in the script for last night. He brought that out on his own. You know, he did hard truth out there and said, "Hey, you know what? We made $1 billion. I'm going to mention just for you cats that didn't watch it yet. You know, check it out. It'll give us some more."
Yeah.
He's a genius.
Why do you think he's pulling up? Why do you think he's pulling up in those Ford Raptors?
Yes.
Yep.
This is everything that he does is a selling point.
Yes.
They made sure at the press conference they brought out his tequila and sat it there, and it only sat there for a second, but it was enough to be like, "Yo, this is mine. All right, I'm gonna take this off here because I know totally that's not acceptable."
Okay, I want to take this to a different note real quick before I put a comment up there. Our next comment is from a person, Larry, Josh. We all know this guy. I want to take a time out real quick just to say something off the record here. You know, Out of the Box is nothing but family. You know, Larry, you're part of my family. Josh, your family. Dave, you're like my little brother. Every one of us know each other. We all get along. One of our members is going through a crisis right now. You know, Larry, your co-host, Kurt, he's going through a time right now where, you know, everybody should come together and pray for him and his family, that everybody's safe, but they did lose their house. And I just want to say, take a moment there to, you know, prayers up to you, Kurt, because Kurt just chimes in. He said The Rock lost it. He's got to resort to cheap hot pops, in my opinion. But Kurt, first and foremost, before we even reply to that, I hope you're doing well. And if you ever need anything, you reach out to anybody here. You know, I'm only 5 minutes away from you. Larry's been your boy for years and years. Reach out to us if you need anything, man. You know, we love your brother and hope all is well with your family, first and foremost.
Kurt, we're here for you, man. If you need anything, you let us know. Just let us know.
Yes, sir.
Yep. But let me ask you this: if I'm out there and I'm cutting a promo at the very end, the cliffhanger to me, I don't know what this means. I don't know what it takes. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Larry, I want your soul. Josh, I want your soul. Dave, I want your soul. What the hell does that mean?
I'm still trying to figure it out.
He wants his corporate champion. He can't be that. So he needs somebody that he can mold and build in his image, that he can say, all right, this guy I need taken out. You're my guy. Go do it. I don't want, just out of cuff, I don't want Damian Priest as a WWE champion. So guess what? I'm going to send you after him. You go take him out. That's what he wants. But I don't know if he's going to get it in Cody. It's just
Cody's not that guy to do that.
There's more. There's something.
He's
sending somebody
trying to turn Cody into like a rebellious Stone Cold. Like he's going to be like, no, and it's going to send The Rock over the deep end. Like, what do you mean, no?
He's sending somebody at that point. He's
going to start sending people to try to take him down.
Mm-hmm.
Which obviously it's like, man, who is going to be the guy to take Cody down? But there's a whole, like you said, there's a lot of spin with, like you said, with Cena in the mix. He can maybe get into Drew's head because, you know, Drew will do anything to become champion right now. You know what I mean? Like Drew's of the hungriest of them all. It's Drew.
With Drew, I can see the Roman going off on his stop your crybaby ass. You know what I mean? Like he would put Drew in his place. Like stop crying all the damn time. You know, something like that. I can see it.
And Drew will be okay with being called a sellout because it's as long as he gets what he wants.
Okay.
So I mean, like
maybe Cena gets into this you know, this whole thing somehow.
Like, why would you not sell out to finally get your final championship?
Well, maybe Cena helps Cody out. You think?
Here's an interesting one to me.
Cena as a heel again too. You know how bad people wanted Cena to be a heel for so long. So if Cena sells out, I mean I think that would.
Well, maybe Cena convinces Cody not to go down that route. You know what I'm saying?
You could do the swerve of all swerves and make it CM Punk.
Oh, without a doubt.
Think about that. The history with him and Rock. I hate Rock. Rock stole my spot. Punk didn't win the Rumble. He can't get his main event.
See,
he could get his main event if he decides, okay, Rock, fine. He won't do it.
Sell out. The most rebellious person of them all. I mean that's actually kind of a good one. I like that. He's the most
I love it, and it's true.
The most rebellious guy of them all. If he sells out, and I mean, you know, he knows.
Punk's not selling out The Rock anytime soon.
You
But
know,
I would kind of like to see a Cena Rock thing, because if Cena started rapping again and
I think we're gonna see that gimmick at some point on this run.
We're getting word life back, guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think he's bringing that back at some point on this run. He has to.
Larry, I like what you said about Cena's take here, because to me, if CM Punk doesn't get his favor from Paul Heyman, the favor that he owes him, for being in the Survivor Series, I can see CM Punk flipping over to get his shot with The Rock here.
Mhm.
He's not the shirt and tie corporate guy.
No.
But man, listen to me. You want to put a strap in front of me? I'll do anything to get that strap. And I can see CM Punk doing that.
He'll do anything. He'll do anything to get
Yes.
that WrestleMania main event.
Yes.
I mean, you never know. You could have Paul Heyman working with The Rock, who's also we know he's kind of a corporate guy.
There's so many angles to this, guys.
They
It's
want to
amazing.
twist this kind of like an old authority thing too. Remember what happened whenever after the Shield beat Evolution and there was always a plan B and Seth turned. Cody could say no, and then all of a sudden The Rock tells him, "Don't worry, there's always a plan B," and then out of nowhere Punk puts him to
Seth
sleep.
is a quick sellout too. Seth
could you imagine that after last year too?
Seth is a sellout too, because he'll do whatever it takes to get us.
Are we overthinking this, guys, or are we just taking this to another level?
Yes, this is exactly why they did that last night.
Yeah.
They
want everybody to overthink it.
We're 20 minutes into this segment right now.
They did their job last night by making you think, making you, I don't know what the hell I heard, I don't know what the hell I seen. That, to me, they did their job, because
they're putting all the scenarios that we've seen in the past, and we're thinking about this.
Let me ask you this, Dave, and I'll go through all three of us real quick.
That's why I look at it.
Give me a 15-second answer on this, Dave. After you watched that entire thing, when at the very end, the whole thing, and he says, "I want your soul," were you confused at that point, or did you have to take time to think like, okay, I see the objective?
I'll be honest with you guys. I had to watch it 5 times before and I still don't get it. I was like, I watched it and I was like, the first time he said, I was like, what? What came to me when he said soul? The first thing that came to me was Bray Wyatt. I don't know why, but I'm thinking to myself, nah, something ain't right. I still don't know.
All right, let me go to Josh. Josh, did you hear the question I asked?
No, I'm sorry. You would repeat that?
When you watched the first segment with The Rock last night, at the very end, "I want your soul," did you understand exactly to what you saw, or did you have to, ponder on a little bit, like go back on it and say, okay, because you had, opinions of what it meant, what it said to you. Did you understand it right away, or did you have to go back and really?
No, I think I got it. It's like I was thinking to myself, like, okay, from Rock's point of view, I didn't get Roman, I didn't get my title shot, I didn't get my Mania match last year. So you took that from me. Now I want you to repay me by being my champion and doing what I tell you to do. And he wants him to, and he's gonna try to guilt trip him with the whole "our moms are friends now. You're the champion. You're the guy." He's complimenting him here and there, and that's what I'm saying. He's gonna put that guilt trip on him and try to make Cody think maybe I do owe him, and he's gonna put that doubt in his mind, and that's why somebody's gonna get in Cody's ear, whether it's Cena, whether it's a Roman, whether it's Paul Heyman, and say, that's not the route you want to go down. You want to do things the way you've always done them. And this is a way to bring Dusty into it too. Your dad's looking down and your dad knows you're not a sellout. You can't be a sellout as the American Dream's kid. He was never a sellout. And,
Larry, what about you? As you're watching this,
Yeah, like I said, man, I was like,
I got to hop off here, though, guys. I'm sorry. It was good seeing you guys.
All right, Josh. Appreciate
we'll do this again.
Thank you so much.
Take it easy.
Thank you.
I was totally, like I said, once I was still totally like, okay, well, they just gave us 5 different layers. So basically, last night, I left with no answers. That's why I'm on the edge of my seat to figure out what the hell comes up next. So, I'm fully interested right now because I want to see where they're going with this. I can't wait to find out.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes.
At the end of the Elimination Chamber, I guess we'll have another layer pulled back.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. The announcement.
I was going to ask you, Larry, real quick on the Elimination Chamber. Where do you think they're going to put that? What spot they're going to put this in?
We're going to get into the Elimination Chamber as soon as we're done here.
No. I'm just asking, like, like during the show.
Well, we'll get into it. We're getting into it. We're gonna talk about it real quick. But let's go on to the match now, guys. I'll be honest with you. Dave knows me personally, like my little brother. I did not watch this match with Pretty Deadly because anything with Pretty Deadly, I cannot watch myself. I'm very sorry. That's just me. I don't believe in guys wearing, Zeke crop tops. That's just not me. So I'll let you guys talk about this, and I'll just sit back here and just, think about something different. Tiffany Stratton or something.
All right. Well, what I seen was another dry promo from DIY. They're trying to bring out like a humor side from these guys, and it's still like not really getting over well with the crowd. And like I said, I'm not a fan of Pretty Deadly. That doesn't do much for me neither. Obviously, it was like it wasn't a very long tag team match. It was just a quick solid. But I think they're getting to the point where they're like, okay, we're ready to push the Street Profits again. So that they're pushing the Street Profits a little bit more. So they're like, all right, guys, go out there, have a good quick 7 minutes. Because there was some good moves in that match. Obviously, you said you probably took a break during that one. But I don't know. There was a nasty German suplex from I can't tell the Pretty Deadly boys apart from each other. But one of them gave Ciampa a nasty.
He took a fall.
Suplex. Yeah. And then again, they hit that little tag team finisher. They do have a nice little tag team finisher. I'm not sure if that's their finisher or their signature.
I think it is. Yeah.
They sling you off the back and turns into a code breaker. It's actually a decent looking move. I just think they need to get away from that gimmick. I guess, like I said, I guess they've been doing this gimmick since they were kids anyway or something. So, they're trying to let them run with it. Obviously, I don't think it's going to last long. But again, they're trying to make this tag team division hot and SmackDown. And they're trying to push the Street Profits. Again, that's exactly why the Street Profits came out at the end. And they pretty much annihilated the whole tag team division by themselves last night.
They've been trying to push the Profits for a while now. They've tried it; it hasn't worked out. And they tried it again; it hasn't worked out. But no, I like what they're doing with Pretty Deadly. But to me, Larry, I can't understand why do they just keeping those titles on DIY? Is there what are we missing there?
Well, they're both Triple H guys.
Okay.
And then you kind of like I said, people always already know what they can do like separate. They've had great matches on NXT in the past. They're like best friends. They're just Triple H guys, and I think he felt like, Vince was always trying to hold him down, and he was always trying to push for them. So now they're trying to put him in that position, like, here, guys, I want you guys to be stars, and I'm trying to do everything I can. That's why they're giving them these microphones, and now they're trying to give them the microphone to see if that can push them a little bit more. But I just don't think it's working out well. And then
I guess where I'm going with this is every time we turn around, we keep thinking Ciampa's going to turn on Johnny Gargano, but he doesn't. You know what I'm saying?
Because
last
we're not ready for it yet. Because
it's not. Is it going to come in Mania?
I think they'll just get lost in the shuffle when you have so many other talented guys with different skill sets.
Right.
So their story might get lost in the shuffle. And I think Triple H wants their story to be like a Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn, yeah.
But their characters aren't ready for that. So he's like, you know what? We know you guys work well together. Just stay together. We'll try to push this maybe for another year or so. And then try to put them in the same position that Sammy and KO's in right now. We know the whole best friends, yada, yada, yada. We'll see it at some point. I just don't think we're ready for it. And that's kind of where they should be in this tag team match.
No, I like Ciampa. I do. I like Ciampa a lot. I've always been a Ciampa guy. But I like him with Johnny Gargano because I like Johnny wrestling. Always did. But I like the tag teams, but I just keep waiting for the term. It's just not happening.
Yeah, because go ahead, Paul.
No, I was going to say, I'm done moving on. I'm ready to move on because I don't like Pretty Deadly at all.
Let's move on then.
I don't know.
Hey,
Listen.
real quick, before we move on this, every time, I just lost his name. From the Prophets does that top rope press, whatever.
Montez.
He gets higher every time I watch it.
Oh, Ford.
Yes, Ford. Yeah, thanks.
Probably one of the most athletic guys in WWE.
Is it amazing how high he gets on that?
It is, and I'm glad that he sticks by Dawkins because he knows if they separate those two, it's not going to work out for Dawkins.
No,
and he's been sticking by him because the crowd's been pushing him for two and a half years now.
Sure.
Get him away, get him away. You could see that he stands out so much more. But
no, I like Montez Ford.
But Dawkins is really, really good. And
he is good.
And I think they're letting him talk a little, like he's talking a little bit better too now.
Mm-hmm.
I think they are getting frustrated. Like we're probably one of the better tag teams out of all these tag teams, and we're just kind of staying mediocre. So yeah, I think it was time for like a good, solid heel turn. Hopefully, I mean, last time they tried to turn him heel, the crowd still cheered for him.
Are the Machine Guns getting screwed in this then somehow?
No, because I mean they're good, man, but they just look like two average dudes.
I love the Machine Guns. They're so good, though. I mean, come on.
But most of the people that are so good just look like two average dudes, and it's hard to get over. I don't think their microphone skills are WWE worthy.
Okay.
There's a setback for that. But obviously, they're great wrestlers. But like I said, we seen them have a kind of a flop match at the Rumble that we all thought was going to be kind of decent. So they're just going to have to find their way into WWE. It's a different world over there.
Gotcha. Well, let's move on to the final main event here. This was talk about some big dogs in the ring. Let's talk about it. God, Damian Priest, Braun Strowman, Jacob Fatu, and Solo Sikoa. Let's talk about this. I mean,
Cody got screwed out of that. He should have been in that match.
Okay, Dave, I'll let you start. Why should Cody been in that match?
It was a 6-man tag, and they advertised it. So then he just took Cody out because Rock had to talk to him. I mean,
okay, well, I mean, listen, he wanted his soul, so you ain't getting in the main event. So, I mean, I enjoyed the main event just the way it was, man.
I mean, it was good. I'm not saying it wasn't good, but I'm just saying I think with Cody it would have been a little bit better. I mean,
what would have changed, in your opinion?
You would have saw a couple more Cody cutters, stuff like that. That usually, Priest can only do so much, and I mean, I guess to me, just advertising it the way you did, and you said a 6-man tag, it's going to be good. Then you take Cody out, it's like, okay. So, I mean, congrats to Priest, and they won. That's happy for him.
But, all right, Larry, what about you with this one?
Yeah,
Dave's pissed off because Cody didn't wrestle in it.
Yeah, I mean, I could do without Cody. I don't need him all the time. So no, I felt like you were actually building these other guys' story a little bit more. Obviously, this Fatu and Solo got something brewing now. So and obviously you're trying to keep Strowman strong, and Damian Priest kind of seems like he's floating again. He runs through these little bit of areas where it kind of looks like he's just in the mix. And I think he's starting to slowly drown again. So they're trying to keep him fully in the mix, but they're also building this Solo. I thought it was a good match. Obviously, we run into another Fatu. Fatu accidentally super kicked Solo, and that changed the direction of the match. But I'm sorry, I don't want to get too far ahead about myself, but how about him cutting Solo off for that opening promo? As they were walking to the ring, Solo was talking, and Fatu cut him off. Like, I'm in charge now. That's basically what he's saying without him saying it. And again, cut another awesome promo, said, play my music. So there's something big brewing there.
Yes.
That's why you do take Cody out of that. Let's shift him out of
that. I mean, I'm thinking the fans' way. I'm thinking of, just if I'm a fan and I'm going to the show, I'm ready to see a 6-man tag, but I'm not going to see it because Cody's not in it.
Yeah, I get that. But I love what I love what Larry said though. Dave, I get the fan aspect of that. You pay your money, you want to see, Cody wrestle. I get that. But Larry made the perfect point right there. It's about flexing right here. Jacob Fatu flexed all night tonight with his promo. And Larry, you said it best. When he walked out, play my music. Bam. It was his. And Solo followed.
He let Solo say 4 words. Damian Priest, Braun Strowman. He was like, no, DP, I thought we were done. And Solo kind of, that Solo kind of looked at him. Nah, DP, nah, Braun, I thought we already did this. Like, I guess we're going to have to run this back. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to get our lick back and everybody's going to follow my lead, and like he said, he's like, I'm all gas with it, no brakes with it. He said he's got himself a catchphrase now.
Now, is that the next shirt? Is that the next shirt?
It might be the all gas, no brakes, or it might be the yada mean. Right now, I already said, like, you can already see. I mean, he's just got he's got it right now, and like again, the crowd's starting to notice it. The crowd's cheering for him now, so you're starting to get into that mix. I don't know how much they cheer for Tama Tonga. If anyone's kind of being pushed back in the mix of this, it's Tama Tonga.
It's Tama Tonga, yeah.
But I think that's all right because he does his role, and obviously he doesn't do anything, but he does his
Yeah, Josh, I get it. Card subject to change. I get it.
And Dave, you should know that the best. I mean, you're Philly. You live in Philadelphia. How many times does these people go and watch NBA play?
That's what I'm saying. I've seen cards changed a million times, and I've seen guys not show.
You got burnt. You didn't get burnt because without you getting Cody to wrestle, you got the Rock appearance. So there's certain things you got to kind of take in the aspect of it, like, we didn't get that Cody match, but we got the Rock experience.
Right.
You don't ever know if you're going to get the Rock experience. You know what I mean? Even if it isn't wrestling, him coming out, his aura, you didn't really lose a ticket because you know how many people was like, holy shit, the Rock's going to be there tomorrow. That's all that mattered. Nobody cared that Cody wasn't wrestling because he confronted the Rock. So it worked. I think it worked.
I mean, you got Cody either way. I get it, but
just like Robert says, I think having Cody allowed others to shine, being out of it, Cody's shine. When you have the champ in those matches, all eyes go that way, especially for the finish. I agree. I can see your point, Dave. If they said the Rock was appearing to wrestle tonight. And he didn't wrestle, he got a promo. That would be different to me. But just like Larry said, you're not going to get The Rock every week. You're not going to get him every month. You might get him one every 6 months. And
Rock shows up when he feels like it.
Well, just that name drop, Dave, sold an extra 10,000 tickets last night at the door, most likely.
Yeah.
Yep. Rock showed up. We're there.
Exactly. Right. All right, let's move on. I want to get to Elimination Chamber, guys, real quick. I want to cut to the Elimination Chamber here. Let's talk about the match that is not approved. It's unsanctioned. Let's talk about this first because I can't wait to see this match because this is going to be probably, to me, all eyes on this match. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn in an unsanctioned, basically do what the hell you want. Anything goes. I don't give a damn match. How is this the opening match?
Nope.
Not for the chamber.
It can't be.
I think you open it up with the chamber match.
I think the women's chamber is the opening match, to be honest with you guys.
Yeah. It's sort of like they did the Rumble. They probably start with a chamber match, but going into what you were saying, unsanctioned match. Sammy KO, like we always usually can't wait for these matches. I don't think we've ever got to see them fight at home though. So that's what's a big deal. And speaking of at home, how about Kevin Owens showing up to Sami Zayn's house for the promo last night?
Okay, all I'm gonna say is this: Sami Zayn, boy, all the money he makes, he needs to get some better damn furniture in that crib.
Well, he's probably never home.
Okay, I don't care, Larry. My man had like a 55-inch TV, brother. I got an 85. My man needs to start, designing that crib a little bit better, brother. He's eating on an old ass 90-year-old table right in front of him. I'm like, the couch is from my grandma's house, man. Like, come on, man.
What would you picture Sami Zayn's house to be then?
A little bit better than what it looked like, Larry. Okay, you know what I mean? Come on.
It's not gonna be a mansion.
It definitely looked a little empty, but I don't think they were trying to give us too much last night. I would give them a little more credit than probably what we could really see. But I get your point. But again, we're building for a very, very hot story. I don't know how I want this how does this end? Obviously, if it's non-sanctioned, maybe you get but both of them beat the piss out of each other until there's no winner, so we can continue this on, because I think we do deserve this at Mania. But the more and more I sat back and looked at it, I'm like, man, they're just letting them boys go home and fight each other.
How many times do you want to see Sami and Kevin? Come on.
As many times as I can, man. I've been watching them do it since 07.
They've been with each other. They've known each other for over 20-some years. We've seen it time and time again. And they're tag team. They're against each other. Tag team against each other. Come on.
But isn't that the best storyline, to have two best friends?
I'm not saying it's not a bad storyline, but
absolutely. But you know what these guys can do? They can beat the hell out of each other, and everybody's gonna you know what you're getting out of this. You're getting good storyline, Dave. You're driving me crazy again. I see where you're going with this. But yeah, you see this because this is where the story spins back to. I mean, certain guys right now, it doesn't match up well with them actually wrestling them. So why would you not put them against each other? They just headlined WrestleMania together. What was that?
Last year.
That was last year.
Tag team champions.
All right, so why would you not?
Now this year you have them against each other going into the chamber.
This is the art of storytelling, Dave.
Yes.
This is what they do. This goes back to the days of watching Days of Our Lives and watching Marlena turn into a devil. I mean, this is really what this is. This is how you continuously spin things a million different ways, because as old as it may seem to you, it's still brand new programming to other people.
I get it.
For the people that, like my kid, who probably wasn't really following wrestling 4 or 5 years ago, this is brand new to him. He might see they've obviously had storyline before, but him watching it in real time is totally different than him spinning back. That's why that's why they do this. I mean, and again, you're getting a good, hot, real legit.
I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be a bad match. I'm not saying.
I know why you're tired of it too, Dave. Like Paulie says, because you'll never defend your friends in a fight. So you really have no emotional.
I won't defend. Come on, man.
You have no emotional ties into this shit.
Exactly. Well, here's the thing. Larry, I know you on part-time marks. You're going to be talking about the Elimination Chamber too, and I just want to know what's going on here. Saturday night. What time's the Elimination Chamber on? 6 o'clock.
I think they're starting 6 o'clock again. I think they're starting to like this earlier time.
Well, here's the question. Dave, what are you doing at 5 o'clock on Saturday?
I don't know what I'm doing next 2 hours. Probably nothing. Why?
Okay, well, good. Larry, what are you doing 5 o'clock on Saturday evening?
I think I'll be right here preparing for the PLE.
Because I think we're going to prepare for a live pre Elimination Chamber show.
Okay.
Pre-show, I like it.
That's what I'm thinking. Right up to the opening bell there. In the square. I think that's what we do. I think we do a Elimination pre-show. What do you guys think?
That sounds good, man. Yeah.
You know what? There it is. There you go. Next Saturday, 5 p.m. The Atomic Drop. And hell, you know what? If we're crazy dudes like that, we'll do an after recap show too. How's that?
Hey.
Yeah, why
keep
not?
It going.
Yeah, why not?
Yep.
I can drive Larry crazy another hour. It's fun.
Why not?
You don't even need a damn hour to do that shit.
I'll take my heart pills and my hiccup pills.
Exactly. Right?
Since we all know I'm taking hiccup pills at the moment.
And by the way, just letting you guys know, the Sixers screwed my parlay. They lost by
Did they lose?
Once again. Yeah, by 2.
They lost by 2?
Yeah, 105, 103. All right.
Oh,
I want to spend too much time on it, but Larry, I'll start with you.
Okay.
Who's your winner of this match, and how does it end?
I'm honestly, man, I'm really confused by this. What I kind of would like to see is maybe no winner. We beat each other until till we have another like a big payoff match.
Okay.
I would like to really see something from them too at WrestleMania. I don't think it might go that direction, but I think I think Sammy needs the match more, but I don't think we end up with a winner, to be honest with you.
Okay.
He thinks it might start at actually 7.
It does start at 7 o'clock.
I think it is 7. Yeah, I think he's right.
We will go live at 6 p.m. How's that?
That sounds good to me.
Thank you, Josh. Yep. So you think it's gonna go? You think it's gonna be that way, huh?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure
a double count out, like a double count out. Both can't.
Yeah, I think
both can't continue.
I think we beat each other till there's no winner, and maybe we continue on. I mean, I think we're going to get ourselves a dog fight. Like I said, they're going to both be at home. So I think they're going to go ahead and let them loose. Obviously, there's 2 others. So who knows where these 2 might end up at? They might end up out on the street somewhere. So
okay, I agree.
Maybe some family members get involved. I think this is going to start to get real personal.
We do have a comment coming up there. His, Josh is going to give his. Eddie's going to give his. Dave, what is your prediction for this one? Who wins and how does this?
I think it's 20 minutes of hell between 2 guys. Seriously, I have to agree with Larry. I don't think there's a winner. I just don't.
Okay.
I think it's split decision or whatever you want to call it. There's no winner.
This ain't the UFC with a split decision, Dave.
But time limits, whatever you want to call it. I don't think there's a winner. I really don't. I think because you got to keep it going. So, I mean, it could look like Kevin's going to win, and then Sammy ends up winning, but I don't think there's a winner. It's
so
just
you're pretty much saying what Larry is. There's no winner. It's both can't continue, correct?
I think it just continue. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Okay, I agree. I'll make it unanimous on the panel here. I think it's going to go. It's going to be one hell of a match. We can't say that otherwise. It's going to be one hell of a match.
It is.
I think both guys are going to be knocked out so bad where it's just going to be the ref's going to be. They're done. They're done.
Right.
They're done.
Call it. Right.
And my thing is, don't be surprised that 2 stretchers come out for these dudes. You know what I mean? Like that's what I might think. Because that's
I'm just trying to figure out who else would interfere in this match if somebody had to.
Well, here,
yeah.
You know what? Here, I'm going to bring it
now
up.
Now that you say that makes sense.
Well, you know what? Listen, here's the thing. I'm going to just bring it up. Josh, who says Cross cost Sammy or Orton cost Owens.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about this. Let's talk about Dave. Go ahead. Cross and Sammy or Orton cost.
Well, Cross has been on Sammy for a while now with promos, so I can see that. And Randy Randy wants to kill Kevin, so
okay.
Yeah. I could see both of them doing that, but if you really want to, I think Randy's still injured though. I don't think
But even if they interfere, there's no DQ in this match, so they can't interfere all they want. But it's still going to go down.
But it still goes down as a no winner.
I think so too.
If both interfere, nothing.
Larry, what do you think about Josh's there, Cross and Sammy? And,
obviously, Cross has been he's been doing a lot of storytelling lately, so I think he does have a good point right there. I think we still try to push the Cross story, and then because then you could still also get KO and Orton at Mania. So I think he actually has a good point there. I think Cross could have something to do with this, especially with all the internet stuff going. So I think great point, Josh.
Yeah.
And he kind of agrees with me. He says both can stretch it out. I think that will sell the play to the audience when you see 2 ambulances come in there, 2 stretchers both coming out there. I think that would be awesome. Kurt checks in again. He says KO is going to beat Sammy senseless, not ending. It's not sanctioned. We might get Orton back. I can see that, but is he 100%?
I can see Randy.
Is he clear?
I can see Randy RKO and Kevin in that match.
Yeah, because
Oh.
it's been a while since somebody traveled to another country to get the revenge on somebody. So
Right.
I mean that's a big possibility too.
And he says if there's a winner, Orton will screw KO. Meaning Sammy will win there, of course. I mean, I could see it either way. I think this is going to be one hell of a match. I can't wait to see this.
It'll be 20 minutes, 25 at the most.
I can go with 30 minutes to 40 minutes on this one.
Can't
Just
see it going
these two
30.
dudes. Because I just can't. How do you think the crowd's going to play into this? Both from Toronto. We're going to hear Sami, Zayn, Kevin Owens back and forth. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, we're gonna get the crowd for Sam, but
I think it's 60-40 Sammy, to be honest with you.
we're definitely gonna get the Sammy, and he'll probably run through the crowd, kind of like Uso, like he always does when they go back to Toronto. So he's gonna get them really, really hyped. Man, I could even see them even starting this match before it even gets to the ring. Now I think that
Larry, on that promo that Sammy did, do you think he was selling that neck thing pretty good?
Which one? I'm sorry. Which promo?
When he did the promo in the ring at Raw, and he was sitting there, he was doing this and saying,
Oh, he's still holding the neck.
You think he was selling it?
First of all, he didn't play it off at all, Dave. I've had 2 neck surgeries.
No, I'm saying, do you think he was selling it? I'm asking Larry.
Nah, not really, because I've seen like the whole internet's like, wow, he's the only guy that comes back after 2 weeks of getting dropped.
Yeah.
So no, he's kind of at the point where it's not even about him. He knows he got banged up, but now he's got so much adrenaline and so much anger. He doesn't even care about the neck injury.
Yeah, that's how I was looking at it. So
I kind of think we're past that now. Like, I mean, I know what it is. Like,
I think at this point, I think it's adrenaline. Sammy's adrenaline.
That's exactly right. Right.
And that's what Sammy's built on. That's what Sammy's built on. His adrenaline. That's why he's a crowd favorite, of course. And he says Orton and KO at Mania. That's what they're going to getting Sammy KO now. All right. I agree. I think this is going to be one hell of a match. I think it's going to be not a DQ, of course. I think it's going to be both men cannot continue, carry to the next level. Act 2, possibly WrestleMania or something like that. Because that honestly could be main event night 1. If you think about it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's worthy.
That could be your main event act 1, day 1. Sure.
That's what I mean. I think it carries on to
it could be.
Kurt says with the Sami Zayn thing there. What's Sami Zayn? What's the crowd do, Dave? Go ahead, since you're there.
Ole, ole, ole.
There you go, Dave. Do it again, Dave. Do it one more time for me.
Ole, 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 ole.
Okay, it didn't sound good, but it's okay. All right. Kurt says Josh Prego should definitely, talking about that should open the show. KO and Sammy, they're talking about that should open the show. All right, so let's go. Let's move on here.
Well, that would definitely draw attention if you did that, but I still think I think the Women's Chamber opens the show.
Well, since you said that, let's just jump into that. Women's Chamber. We have Liv Morgan, Alexa Bliss. My God, she's my new baby. Bianca Belair, Naomi Bailey, and Roxanne Perez.
I love how he turns on Liv so fast.
I'm done with Liv, dude. We went to fucking Payback, and she didn't even show the hell up. I'm done with her, dude. I'm done with her ass, okay? Never again. Never again, Dave. No. Larry, I'll start with you because Dave just brought back a bad memory of freaking Liv Morgan. I'll let you start on this one, okay?
All right. What
I'm good like that.
So who do you think I'm pulling this one out?
Yeah, how do you think this is going to play out? Give me your how's it going to play out, and give me your winner first. Then we can jump to conclusions on some different segues.
Oh man, I think this can go either way. Who do we have in here? We have Belair, we have Naomi, we have Liv, we have who am I missing?
We have Liv Morgan, Alexis Bliss, Bianca Belair, Naomi Bailey, and Roxanne Perez.
Roxanne Perez.
Yeah. Oh man. I think all right, since I wasn't really into her last time, I'm gonna say Roxanne Perez lasts a little bit longer this time. I'm gonna say she actually hangs around again.
That's great.
We got some powerhouses in there early.
That's classic.
I think this whole chamber is really shaping up to be somehow about this story about Jade and Belair and Naomi. I think that's probably the most important part of this. So I'm kind of done with seeing Liv at the war. I honestly think if anybody has to come out that it should be fighting for the world championship out of this, maybe Belair. I don't think we're ready to push Bliss that far yet.
Yep.
You have to still get her in the mix. I see they're starting to add a little bit of promos to her character work. They added that again last night.
Yep.
I mean, and Bliss is good in these matches. I think she's won one or two of them already.
She's made that clear.
She's won one before.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we're more focused on this Jade Belair Naomi situation. Obviously, they've been showing now they're starting to show more. They're talking about it more. So I think Jade is a big factor in this one way or another. I couldn't tell you how the hell it's going to play out. I thought we was already going to get something out of this.
Yeah, I did too.
But they're milking it. I think probably because they probably sent Jade back to train a little bit more, probably do a little bit more work just so she's ready. I think this is about the time you would probably let her loose. I mean, she is a good look for the show. She might not be an actual good matchup for something, but if she gets in there with the right person, she'll be able to be carried.
Okay, so you got Jade coming in to interfere, but who's your winner though? I mean, we got the women in there. Who's gonna win this? You know, who's winning this to move on to the rights to WrestleMania, Larry?
Tough call, Belair.
Yeah, it's a tough call. I'm going Belair now.
Belair, okay. Dave, go ahead.
I'm with Larry. It's a tough call. I'm not going Bianca because I think there's two. That's a whole new thing over there with Bianca and Jade and Naomi. I'm gonna pull the upset. I don't know upset, but I'm gonna go with Alexa. I think Alexa Bliss wins.
I think it's too early for her though.
I don't think so. She's been there. She's done that. She's got a lot of experience in there. I'm going with Alexa.
Okay, you're going to Alexa Bliss, right? Does Jade Cargill interfere, though?
Good question.
That's why I asked it.
Yeah, I know. Somehow she'll I think one of those gets either Bianca gets eliminated, and then Jade comes out, and that's where it starts.
Okay.
Maybe one of them never even make it to the elimination.
Makes it to the chamber, right? Exactly.
And Jade fills in.
And Jade fills in.
Larry, I like where you're going. This is where I'm going here. You know, I thought about this all day while I was watching UFC because it's what I really do, and I thought about this. Larry, I like how you said they've been showing the videos of who attacked Jade Cargill, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Naomi's facial expressions. To me, if you're hanging with your boy. What's that?
Shady. Go ahead.
Yeah, when you're hanging with your boys and you make the first jump, like, yeah, I told you. To me, like, I'm looking at you like, was it really you? Number one, that's me. That's the way I think street smart, you know? I think Jade makes an appearance and we find out who the attacker was. Was it Liv? Was it Naomi? We find out right then and there of who Jade goes after. What do you think?
I think we find out like real soon.
It's either Liv or what's her name, Raquel Rodriguez.
I think it's
Naomi.
I think Naomi had something to do with it to interject herself into the jealous whole factor. They obviously want to push Naomi. And I mean, like I said, she's just like you said, how she said it was like, I knew it was them, and everybody was saying it was me. Nobody ever technically said it was you. Mm-hmm. You're the only person that accused yourself.
Right.
No one ever once said Naomi did it, other than when she was like, everyone said it was me, and it wasn't me. Mm-hmm. So she obviously made herself look major guilty.
But, I'll give you my winner. I'm going to go dark horse. I can't really believe I'm ever doing this because this has never happened in my life. I'm actually going to agree with this guy right next to me, this guy here, Dave. I'm going to agree with him. I'm going to say Alexa Bliss because, number one, I can't stand Liv anymore, but I think it's Alexa Bliss. I think the lights turn off, okay? Mm-hmm. And we see Alexa Bliss do the old Bray Wyatt pose where he's on the, like, backwards like this. I can see it, Alexa Bliss doing that. And that's just going to be the most freakiest thing I ever seen. And I think Alexa Bliss gets that push because she's always promo with Wwe White, right?
Bray Wyatt.
And to bring his legendary self back, because she's always wearing, the jacket, the Fiend jacket, things like that. I think this is the best way to celebrate her coming back. I can see it.
Mhm.
But to go against Rhea Ripley, I don't know how that's going to end. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I just don't understand.
I think that'd be a great match, honestly.
It would, but you're going against David versus Goliath. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
that's
that's true.
To me, at least I like to see a Bianca Belair who can, bench press Rhea Ripley. I think that would be a fair, legitimate match. I don't want to see someone that's 100 pounds wet noodle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Let's get to the comments real quick. Let's see here where we ended up here. Josh actually says the same thing. Belair wins. Cargo returns to cost whoever attacked a.k.a. Naomi. That's the same page I am. That's where I'm at, number one. And he says Bianca will have to go through Jade first. Larry, that's exactly what you said there. They might not make it to the match. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I said that, but after she got eliminated.
Roxanne is the hottest booking wise out of the women. Also, I both think Niam and Naomi are guilty. Both of them. Do you think both of them are guilty?
Belair was, it could be, but Belair was in the ring when it happened. But
yes.
Right.
That could have been all part of the plan. I see kind of what he's saying about that. Like, yo, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
you think it was a pre-tape lap?
She's in the way, so why don't you get rid of her and we'll make it look like somebody else did it?
Right.
You think it was a pre-tape lap?
Could have been.
Anything's possible, right?
Or they could have dropped her. She was laid out. That she could have been laying there for who knows how long. And then Belair's in the ring. So then, there's a possibility they could have attacked her before Belair even got to the ring.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay. Kurt says, bingo. I like that. Jay is definitely showing up and taking someone out. Of course he's going Roxanne Perez, right?
You know he is.
Roxanne?
You know he is.
And Eddie called me an idiot here. He says they need to get away from everything Bray Wyatt. Then she has to stop wearing a jacket.
Stop wearing the stuff that's exactly.
Everything she's doing is that jacket.
They go back to being Alexa, the Alexa Miss Bliss that we all know and love.
The goddess. You like
the goddess, right?
I wouldn't feed her to Ripley right away. I agree with that too. That's the only conclusion that I can get to. If she does win it, that match for me won't do anything. And he says, Larry, they only show the aftermath of the attack.
They did. That's why I said, hey, maybe they jumped her, threw her there, and left her there. She went on to wrestle. And like I said, it could have been, it could have been it could be a whole swerve too. I'm interested in seeing where it's going with it. I think.
But let me ask you, you guys are the wrestling geniuses on our network here. What the hell not the Hell in a Cell, the Elimination Chamber. What is the only way in and the only way out? It's locked by one lock, correct?
By the pods. Yep, you're locked in the pods.
Okay,
you're locked in.
If I'm an outsider, can I get into the chamber?
Unless you break the chain.
Because wasn't there last year somebody got into the chamber? I forgot. AJ Styles, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think Styles got it. Yeah, I think Styles got in the cost.
Okay, so you can't get in the chamber, right, from the outside, right?
Yeah, there's a possibility. Yeah, there's a possibility you can get in.
Okay, because that's where either Jay could get in.
Yeah, you can get in. It's just
okay.
Knock the referee out, take the key or whatever. Because I think it's padlocked again.
Okay,
right.
They open it again when you get kicked out. Yeah.
All right. So Larry, you're going to go Bianca, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Dave, you and I are going to go Lexus Bliss. Kurt is going, of course, Roxanne Perez. And who did Josh say was going to win this? Belair. He's got Bianca winning there.
He's got Bianca.
Yeah. All right. So we will rehash that. Coming in. Here it is. AJ snuck in while the door was open. Okay. Thank you, John. Eddie. AJ snuck in there, and Josh says HBK did it in 2010 when he came under the ring and lifted the grate. Okay. You didn't know that.
Right.
Yeah, so he was under the whole time.
Under the ring.
And then he's got Roxanne too. 2 for Roxanne, 1 for Belair, 2 for Belair, 2 for Alexa Bliss, and 2 for Roxanne Perez. Isn't that something? Wow, we are all like 2, 2, and 2 here. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So let's move on to the match that, wow, the Princess and the old lady herself, Trish Stratus versus Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. This probably will be the opener. Do you think? I don't think this is going to have a huge pop. The
That
only
match
pop
you
I
could-
see, the only thing I see is Trish Stratus' home. That's the only thing I see with this
Yeah.
match.
I don't know if they're even going to open it.
No, they won't open it.
I think that's going to be what they call the cool down match. I don't.
Yeah.
Yes, that'll be the
This
go to
is-
the
this-
bathroom match.
This is going to be after the Sami Zayn fight.
Yeah.
You know,
Probably.
the hyped up. Oh my God, I'm holding it. I got to get to the bathroom. Now's your
Yeah.
time. That one of those matches.
Yeah, probably right before the main event. To be
Yes.
honest with you,
Hopefully Trish doesn't get hurt this time because last time she had a match, she got hurt. No, she's all
otherwise
messed
you
up.
shouldn't be wrestling.
Didn't she get hit by a ladder? The ladder messed her up.
I can't even remember because I don't even want to wrestle.
Remember, she had that. She had the mask on because I think during that match, the ladder came and actually got her good.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think we're gonna get another just tag match. Obviously, I think we're gonna get. I would say obviously Trish and them go over.
I think so too. I think
Keep the
yeah,
crowd
Trish wins.
or cheering. Because obviously they're going to find a way to like make us move shortly after. So yeah, it's just a little showcase match for Trish Stratus. I'm not at all really looking forward to it whatsoever.
I agree. I mean, let me ask you guys' opinion. We know, Trish Stratus is one of the, a lot of people say she's like one of the OGs in women's wrestling, Man, I'll tell you one thing though. I don't like her in the ring. She's missed a step, but 49 years old, man. She looks pretty damn good though.
Yeah, she looks great she looks great. No doubt.
Yeah, takes care of herself very well.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
She
does.
But yeah, we're all in agreement here. This is going to be your bathroom break. Trish Stratus, and Tiffany, of course, win this. But is there any appearance? Does the Queen make an appearance somehow, just walking around the ring? What do you think there? Because why
Possibility.
Why not have the Queen come out there?
It's possible.
She's been dropping the mic every time on Tiffany Stratton here. And what better way to do it right before the biggest stage, Dave, that you don't like to point at? WrestleMania.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying she'll show up.
Yeah, because she's been showing up, so it's probably another good opportunity for her to pop up again. And then maybe things might not go in her favor because she keeps popping up and she keeps being disrespectful. So eventually somebody maybe does touch each other this time and it doesn't really go in Charlotte's favor just to get that crowd pop. You know what I mean? I think somehow Trish and them are going to go over just because they're going to find a way to disappoint you somewhat throughout the night.
Okay. Now, Josh says, I think Tiffany gets her this time through Trish's help. Okay.
I could say it.
I can see it. I mean, I'm done with the mic drops. I want to see a little hands thrown, just to give me a little bit of taste of that, but I don't know. That's enough about that one. Let's go to the main event here. Let's talk about the men's Elimination Chamber here. CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, Logan Paul, and the farewell tour. What, Dave?
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Why are you have infatuation with this dude? Can't I just read who the hell's on the damn card?
Just read. I'm sorry, my fault.
And you just interrupted Mr. John Cena, okay? You just interrupted me saying John Cena, Dave.
I did.
Okay?
I'm sorry.
The greatest of all time.
Greatest of all time.
Thank you. You interrupted him. You owe him a goddamn apology.
I apologize. I'm sorry.
He's probably going to unfollow us on Twitter now because you said that shit.
I'm sorry.
Tell him sorry. Say his name. Respect him and say his name, Dave.
John Cena.
What about him?
He doesn't even look serious.
The GOAT. The greatest of all time.
I'm sorry.
I did. I'm sorry. What did you say?
We're losing viewership because of you, Dave.
Yeah,
I know, it's my fault.
We just dropped down to 74 viewers. We had 100. Now we're down there like, screw this guy.
Sorry.
Legend. Yeah. All right. So let's talk about this. Larry, I started with you first. Let me have Dave here because, we obviously know John Cena's not going to win because he hates John Cena now.
No, I have nothing against John Cena. I met John Cena before I got married, 2 months before I got married, and he wished me luck, and I nothing but love for Cena.
And you're disrespecting him.
But I did not disrespect him. Punk wins the chamber.
Punk wins the chamber.
Punk wins the chamber. Yep.
Okay, you gave me a winner, but how's this happen?
How?
Who's he pinned?
Seth Rollins.
CM Punk pinned Seth Rollins.
Hmm?
Wow. Any interference, Dave, from anybody? So you're saying these dudes are just going to battle it out, and CM Punk's going to pin Seth Rollins. He's going to walk away, and he's going
Yeah, because Roman's going to screw Rollins. And okay, then there's your interference. Roman comes in, screws Rollins.
Yeah, we definitely need to.
Punk wins the chamber.
Yeah, we definitely need a drug test sent to your house tomorrow. No interference.
I'm guys. Okay, sorry, I forgot about Punk. I forgot about Roman. My fault.
Okay, you know what, Larry, talk to me. Let's mark about this.
Okay, so one more time. Punk wins the chamber. He pins Rollins. Rollins gets screwed by Roman. There you go.
Okay.
So Roman screws Seth. First. Then
correct.
Then Punk pins him.
Punk pins him. Yep.
Okay. Larry, mark about it.
Man, I actually have no idea where we're going with this, man. I think so. I think we're building to some degree at the triple threat between Roman, Seth, and Punk. But obviously, they're still trying to find a way for Punk to make his way to Mania. But I just don't think he gets that moment right now. I think there's other stories that they want to tell. So, who wins this match? Man, maybe this is where we spin back to what we was talking about Cena earlier, and Cena wins this, and Cena sells his soul to possibly get what he wants with Cody Rhodes. He's like, Rock's like, you know what? I thought Cena was gonna get with the Rumble. I still think Cena somehow finds a way in because it is the last Mania. So I'm gonna take a shot in the dark. I'm gonna go Cena. I'm gonna go with the Dark Horse Cena again. I just feel like somehow he somehow pulls this out, and we get a Cody Rhodes, John Cena type thing. Man, it's time for Cena to pass the torch.
Okay, I'm gonna throw something both at you real quick. We all talked about the decision from the Rock, from Cody Rhodes, right, to the Rock. Off the Elimination Chamber. We said it would be after the Men's Royal Rumble, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it's before. I think it's before the Elimination Chamber for the men, the decision. Because the winner is going to be the new Rock corporate champion. And the Rock, I think I don't know the winner. I don't know. To me, I don't think John Cena wants to go out being a sellout. You know what I mean? He's that dude that builds himself on pride. If he's not going to win it, he wins it by himself. And if he loses it, he loses it by himself. You don't want the help. The guy that I can see really flipping everything to screw Cody Rhodes is CM Punk. I think he joins The Rock. I really do.
He won't do that.
I think he does.
I can see why you guys are saying, because he's the most rebellious person on the planet, and for him this
right, because he wants that title so bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
How long does he have left?
The title so bad he wants the WrestleMania.
WrestleMania. True.
And think about how long does CM Punk last? I mean, have left in his tank, injuries after injuries. You know what I mean? This could be his life. We could see him retire in the next year or two. Why not give him his WrestleMania shot one time? The crowd loves him. Why not? And the storyline would be insane. Him and The Rock? No way. No way. And then Paul Heyman gets involved somehow. It could be a huge storyline. It really could if you think about it.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, I think they're so far ahead of us, they're already building for 42. So, I think, man, you have a real good...
It's a good point, but I can't see Punk... No.
But you got Punk winning it, though. You got Punk winning it.
Yeah, I got Punk winning it. That's what I'm saying.
Eddie says Cena or Drew will win. Josh says this will be highlighted by the return of Roman Reigns. Seth is going to lose his shit after this one. Eddie's got bald spot Cena. Oh, he said Cena and Drew. He's got bald spot Cena.
I can't.
I can see Punk getting eliminated. Let's talk about the dark horse of Logan Paul. All I know is Logan Paul is going to have on top of the chamber, he's going to fly his ass to the other side of the damn chamber and knock somebody with a frog splash.
Yeah.
I can definitely see that happen. But is there any chance that Logan Paul wins this? Logan Paul. Yes, I said Logan Paul. Larry, you both got that look on your face.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
I mean, there's a chance he can win it because he makes money, he sells.
He does sell.
I just don't think that the story calls for him winning it right now. It's just on because I mean him pinning all these big superstars in there, everybody will be looking like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
But obviously you're right. I definitely think you could go over under on him doing something really stupid involved in that cage.
I could see Logan Paul going off one of the chambers and just like jumping off it or something.
I still remember Tiffany Stratton's debut in the chamber. Remember she did that moonsault off the top of there? I remember that, and I think Logan Paul did something like that.
I can see Logan Paul doing something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's gonna do something crazy.
Yeah. Josh says Punk or Cena again. It depends on. See, that's what I mean. It depends on Cody's decision for The Rock. So, Josh, do you think the decision is going to happen before the men's chamber, or is it going to be after, like we thought about? I don't know. I don't know because
I think it'll be before.
What if this chamber goes off and the winner's announced, and then The Rock comes out and holds the winner's hand up, like, okay, this is my boy. This is my boy now. He's The Rock's champ. You know what I mean? Like, and then Cody feels like, oh shit, I'm against 2 versus 1 now. I should have made the right decision then.
No, I think if that were to happen and he held Punk's hand, Punk would drop Rock just in a heartbeat.
I don't know, man. I
can see Punk dropping Rock right then and there.
Wow, Josh is going crazy here, man. Cody versus Cena as The Rock as the special guest referee.
I mean,
what if?
That's possible.
What if Cody says no, and whoever says yes, The Rock interjects and he becomes the special guest referee to screw Cody for his decision?
Oh,
so many angles.
Yeah, there's 18 different angles we can go.
I know.
You're going so many different directions with this.
Well, Dave, what network are we on?
And Kurt says he thinks
out of the box sports. So anything out of the box, anything can happen.
That's right. Every angle, right, Larry? We talk about every angle here.
Oh yeah, there's every different scenario and angle. Man, I really don't.
I just think we're overthinking this thing too hard.
But that's what they want us to do. This is
right.
What they set us up to do. This is why they're doing this. This is what makes the money. Because you got guys like us who sit around there.
Sit around at 11 o'clock. Yeah. Trying to figure it out.
Yep.
Well, Kurt says, I think out of anybody, Drew is more acceptable to manipulation that The Rock could get to. I can't agree with them because what better way, man? He's been losing. He's been winning. He's been screwed. He's been that. What better way to have the CEO, the final boss on your side, right? Why not?
That's what. I said that earlier.
Very true. Very true. I can easily see Drew as a corporate champion. And that's what Eddie says. Drew is desperate, 100%. Punk only had 1 injury since returning. Okay.
Yeah, he's only had 1.
I like that, Paul. The heel. I want the heel Punk. Give me corporate me. See, that's what I'm saying. You got to expect the unexpected. You know what I mean? That's what the WWE does, man.
Well, Rock talking about soul. Nobody saw that coming last night.
Well, I mean, will CM Punk sell his soul to The Rock?
No.
No.
To The Rock? Hell no.
Okay, well, we're going to clip this when it happens, Dave.
That will not happen.
Punk will main event WrestleMania 42. It could work.
After what Rock did to him, Rock did to Punk? No way.
Here's one. Logan Paul, the PR guy, the prime guy himself, the media specialist. Logan Paul could become the corporate champion. That's more believable than Drew. Do you think that Logan Paul sells out to The Rock, maybe?
I could see Logan Paul selling out if he won it.
Larry, what do you think?
I think he could sell out a little bit, but I think he's like his own brand, so I don't think he wants to. I don't think that's his way of trying to manipulate his way. We know he's a manipulator too, But I don't. I think he's his own brand, so I don't think he wants to sell out to somebody else's brand.
Okay. Logan doesn't have to pay anybody. Just be the last person and make him the modern day opportunist.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true. Like let the big boys, feed on each other. Then, when the picking comes, all I got to do is be one of the last two, right? You never know.
That works too.
Yep. Afterwards, Cody says no. Whoever wins takes out Cody. Okay.
Possibly.
Eddie says Cena sells out. Man, we got so many predictions, don't we? I think ultimately it's going to be to Punk. Okay. Logan Paul and Punk have interacting with each other. To me, that's a Mania match.
So,
I don't know, man. I don't think Logan Paul and Punk is a WrestleMania match. A Mania match for me, though.
Yeah, it depends, but I think he gets a match.
Maybe I think he does get a match. Yeah.
Depending on what story they go with.
To catch up on the last comment, wrestling is fun again. We can debate and it comes out right. Yes, there's too many avenues they can go down. That's what makes it so much better. It's a men's soap opera where, you know what, we love it, we watch it, and we can mark about it, just like on your show. We talk about it, and it's so many different opportunities for every opinion. It's not just one opinion. It's 10 opinions for each person because we don't know what the hell's going on.
What the hell is going on?
Right. Okay. So, CM Punk for you, Dave, right?
Yeah, I got Punk winning.
Larry, where are you going again?
I'm going to go Cena.
Cena? Okay. I'm going to go. Oh, man. I'm going to go CM Punk here. I'm going to go CM Punk. I cannot believe this, Dave. I've agreed with you twice.
Twice?
Yeah, that's very odd.
Woo! Wait a minute.
We might have to send you a drug test too.
No, it's blackberry lemonade. I thought somebody spiked my shit with some serious,
orange, guys.
Yeah, right, Dave.
It's
right.
ginger ale for me. So
there you go. All right. Well, the last thing we want to talk about.
Canada Dry, right? There you go.
Well, the last thing we want to talk about before we get out of here is let's talk about the decision. Very simple. Yes or no?
The
Decision.
Cody Rhodes' decision.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Go ahead, Larry.
No.
Is it a quick no? Quick no?
Yeah, he don't sell it. You want my soul? No. I don't trust that with anything.
Okay.
I don't trust that with anything. I think he says no.
Okay. How long is this promo going to be?
15, 20 minutes.
How long? You said 20 minutes?
15 minutes.
15 minutes? Okay.
15, probably 10 minutes, 10 something minutes. And he just looks at him like, no, I'm not selling out.
Okay. Dave, no, and how long?
No, about 15 minutes. I can see the same thing, but I think the reason he says no is because Cody's too he's too passionate to the fans. I can't see him doing that.
Okay. All right, here's what's going to happen. He's going to say no. It's going to be about 15 to 20 minutes. After he says no, the billboard's just going to change. It's going to see OTC coming out.
Okay.
Watch
them all say yes to make us look bad, right?
Yeah, you never know, right? That's what wrestling's about. But I think he says no. OTC appears on the billboards. He walks out. He walks right over to Roman, and The Rock, and The Rock acknowledges him as the champ. And somehow it happens after whoever wins the chamber, they fight it off. Or Roman Reigns is involved in a 3-way match for the title at WrestleMania. The Rock interjects somehow. Yep.
I think so. I think The Rock interjects the one way or another.
Either way.
I don't think Cody's selling out though at all.
Yep. Kurt says never say never in pro wrestling. Punk, not Pink. Punk was never coming back to WWE. He told us plenty of times he's here to make money. That's how it better goes. And if it gets paid by the director of the board. See, that's what I'm saying. Like his language is what he says, but I think his flip would probably be the biggest in history, something you'd never expect. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, because he's the ultimate non-sellout. So I think that works.
Yep. Logan Paul would sell out for a Klondike bar. Hey, Klondike bars are pretty damn good. I can go a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Sometimes they are not bad.
Yeah, right. Yeah. He says, hell no. Talk about the sellout here. No. Okay. All right. Okay. So, guys, listen, we've been on here 2 hours and 12 minutes. We have 74 live viewers. We appreciate everybody chiming in. And real quick before we get out of here, guys, I just want to give you guys the schedule for this week. we are kind of light this week because a lot of shows are on break. Most of them are football related, so we're on break. Tuesday, 9 a.m. Silver and Black Kings will be on, followed by Larry. Part-time Marks, of course, 10:30 Tuesday night. Check them out. The Back Cave, the 215 Boys will be back this week. Around the NFL, 7 p.m. Silver and Black Raiders. And, of course, the Atomic Drop, 9 p.m. That will most likely be the after show, but we'll be live probably around like 5:50, 6 p.m. to give you the pregame show for the Elimination Chamber. So we'll keep you in tune, see how our predictions change right before the match themselves. So we can talk about that. But once again, guys, listen, Out of the Box is nothing but family. And, guys, please keep Kurt and his family in your prayers because he is our brother. He is our family. And when something happens to one of our family members, we try to unite and try to help him any way we can. So, if you got a second, just take a second and pray for him and his family that everything will work out. Believe me, I know about it. I was out of my house for 5 months, and things can be rebuilt, but memories cannot be sufficed to bring them back. So just, keep him in mind and keep him in your prayers, please. We ask for that. Please.
Yes.
Last comment tonight. I don't see Roman joining The Rock, though. Roman and Seth is the Mania match. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that. Bring those two back because the beef is there. Why not, right?
Sounds like a plan.
But I think the bigger beef is Seth Rollins and CM Punk, though. Don't you? Well,
I think so too.
Roman too.
Well,
Roman
we've
too.
already seen it though. Yeah,
you're right.
Roman's pissed now, especially with
Roman. Yeah,
the head stomp. The head stomp. Yeah, the
double head stomped him last time. So I think that's the biggest.
Roman's definitely getting his revenge.
Now, before we go, is there any big surprise here at the Elimination Chamber? Somebody, because all pay-per-views have some dude, some woman coming back, interfering. Jade Cargill, give me someone other than Jade Cargill that can come and interfere. Give me someone that we're not expecting because personally, I'm thinking maybe Brock Lesnar out of the blue somehow. Makes an appearance somewhere. Who is your guy? Larry, that's where I want to end.
What would Brock have to do with this? He has nothing to do with it.
I don't know, Dave. It's out of the box, brother. It's 12 o'clock and 11 o'clock at night. I just throw shit out there, okay?
Yeah. Who would be a surprise character that makes sense?
R-Truth. He finds his way to the chamber.
Man, I would love it.
I do have one name in mind, but I don't know. It would make no sense.
Somebody to find their way into the chamber.
Well, I could see.
Randy says.
I could see somebody spearing Rock.
Oh, he's okay. Randy has KO coming. Randy Orton coming for KO.
Lar, where am I going with this?
Wait. Who?
Did you hear what I said?
Wait, who attacking who?
I said I can see somebody spearing The Rock.
Randy Orton gets his revenge on KO.
Okay. That's what I'm thinking.
Goldberg? How old is Goldberg, dude?
Yeah, but they were just talking about him doing something again.
Yeah, I heard something. I heard his name somewhere.
Not that any one of us want to see it, but
no.
Dave might. He likes to live in the past.
Dave? When was the last time Goldberg was in the ring?
2 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh well, I thought you were going to say like 15.
It wasn't long ago.
What about the past? All right, so I don't know. I don't know who's going to come in and make an appearance. I can see KO, of course, or Randy Orton, of course. I can see that. We can see that. So,
in the chamber, then.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I don't know.
That's
I'm
crazy.
Lost in the sauce. I can't
Tough
wait.
Call.
Me too. But guys, before we get out of here, once again, hey, listen. Larry, talk about this.
You know it. Tuesday nights. It's me. It's my boy. Hopefully, Kurt, my boy. Like I said, we're praying for him right now. But it's me and him every Tuesday night. We're talking Raw, NXT, SmackDown, whatever we can get our paws on for the week and mark about. And like I said, there's a lot been going on in NXT, so we've been definitely keeping up with that. For the most, and like I said, a lot of Raw stuff been happening too. We didn't get to talk about it much, but yes, you will catch us Tuesday night 10:30. I don't want to ramble on. Tuesday night 10:30. Me, Kurt McGurk, possibly honorary part-time Mark. Josh, the earpiece. He could be there. You never know with his schedule, but we're gonna try to get him on the show to keep things going.
And Dave, I need to talk about this. The Wednesday at 9 p.m. What's going on here?
Yeah, Wednesday, 9 p.m. Them 215 boys are back talking Dallas Cowboys football. Delusional as we are. Wednesday nights, 9:30. Check us out. All about the Cowboys, and we'll talk about Cowboy football. It's the draft's coming up, and we'll be there.
Yeah, we got a good show for you. It's going to be a venting show, of course. We'll talk about Zach Martin's, retirement. Also, we'll talk about the coaching staff, the blow up of the coaching staff. How do we feel about this whole coaching staff? One coach kept, 11 coaches gone, 11 coaches new, one coach kept. What are we looking at with the coaching staff? So that's what we're going to do this week. So make sure you check out all the shows, of course. Here's our schedule real quick. I'll just put it up there. And also, guys, it's coming back. I'm telling you now, I'm probably going to be the biggest fan, of this show here inside the Octagon. It will be back with myself and a new member, Josh, who will be joining us coming up pretty soon here. I'm very stoked about it. We're still talking about what day we can do. I'm going to be very hyped about that show. Actually, if you guys don't know, I'm watching UFC right now. The main event is on. So that's what I'm watching right now. And I'm doing this show with you guys because I love, as Larry says, let's mark about it. And there's nothing better way to mark about it. And Larry, real quick, I believe, you talk a lot of facts, don't you?
We talk. I always talk the fact. That's all I do is I talk just the facts. Here in the upcoming weeks, another new podcast. It'll be me doing sit-down interviews like we're doing here with some independent wrestlers from the area that I actually know. Some that I don't know that I just follow along on the internet. So we're actually going to get to know each other a little bit better and what their upcoming matches are and where you can find these guys, because obviously these independent wrestlers are your WWE future guys. WWE future, AEW future. As you know, WWE has a new LFG show where they're taking under wings and they're actually giving an opportunity for people. This is something that you actually couldn't find in the WWE years ago. It was like a sacred ground. So with me bringing this podcast, you said I already got some wrestlers I think lined up. Me and you discussed Black Delilah, personal guys I know, Shane Malice, who traveled the East and West Coast, Zach Rain, Israel Sharif Fakour, Rico Hendricks. I've been lining guys up every single day, so we are going to get this. We haven't picked the time and date for that show, but be on the lookout. You know it, Just the Facts podcast.
I love it.
Real quick, I'm going to go down the path since Dave's here. He's about Cowboy fan. He likes talking about ancient history. I'm gonna relive a memory here, Dave. You ready for this? I want everybody to take this minute and watch this video that Dave and I put together. Take a look at this and let me know what you guys think.
That video is great.
And you know why I don't like Liv Morgan anymore, right?
Yeah. We didn't execute the plan.
We didn't execute the plan, man. But you know what? Hey, that's what happens. Dave and I set up pretty high. I found a way. I talked to the usher. I'm like, hey, we run a podcast. Is there any way we can get down there? He's like, yeah, hold on a second. I was like, okay, Dave, let's go, Dave. Dave looked at me. He's taking pictures still. And I'm like, let's go. And what did you say to me, Dave? How far are we going down? I'm like, let's go.
I said, where are we going? How much slower can we get?
We were down first row, right?
Low,
first row.
Get low.
Yes. What an experience. So that's something I do definitely want to do with you guys again. Something up here in Pittsburgh. We can all get up there again. Just But we ain't sitting up in the nosebleeds, Dave. I'm telling you that right now, okay? So
That's fine.
we are going to have to pull some out-of-the-box magic again and get down low. Just like Larry said, how low can you go?
If anybody can pull it off, it's definitely out of the box sports.
Damn right. Well, it wasn't up to you. I did all the work, but it's okay,
Aw.
Dave. You know?
This is true. This is true.
Right,
Dave.
Dave.
Keep following me. Keep following me. Thank God I didn't get in a fight because I would have probably been dead and Dave would have been still taking pictures and shit. You know, I would have been bleeding. Dave's taking pictures. Don't worry about it.
I was having fun with the crowd.
And that, you know what the crazy thing is, real quick, not to go off topic here. That's the night Yeet debuted.
Oh, yeah,
Nah.
Yes, it was because Cody Rhodes brought him out.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Well,
I ain't gonna lie. I'm yeeting. I ain't gonna lie. I'm yeeting, you know.
Yeeting all over yourself.
I was yeeting. I ain't gonna lie. 53-year-old guy yeeting on himself. Yeah, that was me. You know, it's all good, you know. But you guys ready to get out of here, man?
Yes.
Yeah, let's get out of here for the night.
Let's get out of here.
Yeet right there. Larry, he's saying yeet. Dave's saying yeet. I'm saying yeet. And we got Eddie saying yeet.
I'm saying yeet. I'm saying no more yeets for the night. Let's call it a night.
No more
All
yeets
night.
live. Don't give me no more yeets live. Just, you know what? Give me Jimmy for a while. Give me the chill out version. You know. So guys, we're getting out of here. My name is Paul Spencer. That is the showstopper Dave Yarnell. That is my friends call me Black Larry, Black Lightning himself, host of the Part-Time Marks. Dave, the host of the 215 Boys and the Atomic Drop. Once again, guys, please check us out Saturday, 6 p.m. live for the Elimination Chamber pre-show. We'll give you all of our picks once again. We will mark about it, just like Larry does on Tuesday nights, the Part-Time Mark. So, guys, appreciate you guys tuning in. And make sure you follow, like, share, subscribe, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Out of the Box Sports Entertainment, and also Part-Time Marks on Facebook and Twitter, too. Make sure you follow them, too, because here, it's nothing about anything else besides the family. And we're all family. And last of all, not least, please keep Kirk in your prayers. He is family to us, so make sure you say your prayer for him and his family. So, guys, you ready?
Just remember where we are. The Atomic Drop Podcast, Saturday night, 9 o'clock. You know, that's what I'm saying. Let me talk to you. Yeah.